Greetings. I guess y'all thought we was gonna hit color CP time, didn't you? But anyway, greetings. We had to start setting it out for 15 minutes till. I think that would be more appropriate. So here we are, about to do the movie review, and of course, Sister Angel also is running on her channel, and she has it like way more graphic. Y'all know I'm not YouTube and y'all know I'm not setting it up on YouTube like that. Y'all know I'm not popping like that on YouTube. I don't know how to do all that. I don't, you know what I mean? It's a blessing that I even know how to click the camera. I'm trying to tell y'all, look, the best thing I can do is just be here now. When I start getting when I start doing other stuff and I start getting other people that's gonna work with me on getting this channel together. If I do it, I'm just trying to tell you, I keep going back and forth I was trying to look for my lighter because I was gonna light me some sage, but shoot, I don't know what my lighter is, or light me some incense. But nevertheless, we're gonna do a movie review up on a Kill the Irishman. And I'm telling y'all, this is going to be a fun pack. And listen, let me tell y'all something. I've really, since this corona virus has hit the United States, I've really been into watching Netflix because I really had, I have the Fire Stick. And of course, with the Fire Stick, I'll click on certain ones, but I really didn't do the Netflix thing. And then my children kept telling me for years and years and years and years to really get into Netflix. And then when they started having more movies on Netflix, and then due to the coronavirus, I started getting on here more potent. So I'm really excited about that. Okay. So I think it deemed to be necessary to really start getting into the whole Netflix thing, because I don't see myself going to a movie anytime soon. And I hope y'all really check out my videos where I did a cook with me on a lazy day. I'm getting ready to definitely launch my cookbook in a little while here. I'm just trying to decide on that's my black seed oil coming down my nose. That is so annoying. But I do have hand sanitizers, okay? So but yeah. So definitely check out that video. I'm definitely giving you all a quick way of cooking when you are really lazy, or you're trying to make a really quick meal, when you're trying to get ready for your family. If your children screaming to the top of their lungs, your husband or your wife is like, food, feed me now, right? So of course I will have that. I gave you a quick meal that you can certainly come up with without any problems, really quick to get through it. And of course, you all know that's how I like it. So definitely on a lazy day, when I get really lazy, because my husband and myself, we don't do a whole lot of this black seed oil is getting on my nerves. It's just like dripping down. It can certainly, you can certainly go through some things if you get into a point of, like I said, of having to cook and feed a family. And with the coronavirus going out, and then you going over to these different restaurants, you don't exactly know what's going on with them. You know what I mean? Even though people wearing masks, they're still preparing the food. So I'm just giving you different ways of maybe possibly cooking lazy meals when you don't really feel like getting up off your keister. And you, of course, have that great meal that you can pretty much plan out, and you can feed your family and happy life. Keep your husband coming back like, dang, she is really doing the dang old thing, and I really appreciate her, and whatever, or woman for husband. All right, y'all. I am doing hand sanitizers, I assure you.
All right, sister.
All
Amen.
right. Okay, so of course, Sister Angel and myself, I think I can't remember which one of us came up with the concept of what movie we was gonna choose. But myself and Sister Angel, we do love gangster flicks. So I'm
Yeah.
like, well, why not? We just watched this gangster flick, and I wanted to choose something that I felt like that she would enjoy. Because again, we're gonna have certain movies where we're not gonna necessarily like. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Exactly.
Or again, and or the movie may really suck. And I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Because sometimes you be in the middle of the movie, you be like, yeah, I'm turning this off. This is not even what
Right.
I expected.
Right. So I mean it is what it is. And so I wanted something that I really seen. And that's kind of what we've been doing. It was a few movies that we have already watched that was new for us seeing. And I remember that was one of those affair movies. And it
Right.
was two of
Right.
those different type of fair movies, right? We watched both of those. So like the previous videos that we did, we hadn't seen those, and we were both fresh to watching those, and we definitely enjoyed those. And one of our viewers, said, "Hey, I should check out these movies." And so, of course, if you all have any recommendations, definitely drop it down below. But
Yeah.
anyway, sister,
Please.
you go ahead. I want you to go ahead and dive into what you feel
All
in
right. All
the
right.
movie.
Dr.
You
Mira
first.
emailed me and she was like, you got to see Kill the Irishman. And I was like, wow, so I checked it out. Movie was bomb. I'll give you a little intro of kind of like a synopsis. The film chronicles the rise and fall of Danny Green. Now, this is a true story, okay? And I love true stories. Don't you guys like when you're watching something, like, wow, this really happened? Okay, so Danny Green, he worked as a longshoreman on the Cleveland docks until being chosen to serve as interim president of the International Longshoremen's Association. That's back in 1961. One thing about being a longshoreman is you make big money. Longshoremen can work as long as they want and make as much money as they want. That's a job people, wait, for years to become a longshoreman. So this is amazing. Now, in 1964, he was convicted of embezzling, right? $11,500. That doesn't seem like a whole lot right now. Like, he only embezzled on 11,500. We're talking way back in the 60s, right?
Right.
So he embezzled $11,500. He was guilty, and the unions and this he took the union fund, okay, and embezzled it. Probably paid his own bills. Probably took his ladies out, whatever. And after his conviction, Green rose through the criminal underworld. Okay, in Cleveland, he waged war on the mafia for control of the city. After many failed attempts on Green's life, he was assassinated on October 6, 1977, by contract killer Ray Ferrito. Green's death ultimately led to the demise of the Cleveland Mafia. So in this movie, this is when the mafia was really big. And
In
this is when they were
Cleveland.
bullying, yeah, they were bullying police officers. How you guys doing on my channel? I'm over here on Dr. Amira's channel. Matter of fact, let me put the link in here of the channel so you guys can come on over here if you like. But you guys can always watch this back. And thank you guys so much. I know we do this on Wednesday afternoon. It's not the most popular time, but me and Dr. Amir, we're both, our channels. We just want to come on when we can and just share, and you guys can watch it back. And also, like she said, you can also request a movie you think we would like. So thank you guys so much for watching these back. I'm going to put the link in the description over on my channel real quick.
And
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 thank you
and
guys. Yeah, go ahead.
and also, this of course was done in Cleveland, Ohio. And what I also liked about this flick was the fact that they actually had actual live footage. And I of course I am a mafia movie buff and documentaries. I watch a lot of documentaries, so I've actually knew about him before even seeing the movie. And when the movie was about to come out, I was very, very excited about seeing it. So
Yeah,
it was done this was of course done in Cleveland, Ohio, and it was during the times where cars were being, like the sister said, where a lot of cars were being blown up, and it
yeah,
was
yeah.
Cleveland, Ohio was off the chain during this
Right,
particular time,
right.
because of the split certain fashions of the mafia in Cleveland, and on top of the Irish aspect, you had the Italian clique, the mafia, and then the Costa Nostra, and then you had Irish
Right.
folk, a few of them who followed out Danny Green, who also felt a certain kind of way because, again, they did not want to necessarily be under the shell of the mafia. But then you had certain people or certain factions in the Italian mafia who wanted to become the boss and was
Right.
passed over, so they began to start working with Danny Green. But
Right. Right. And it was a trip. It was back in the '60s and back in the '50s. Whenever you had always want to bully people, right? You can be a business pay us a certain amount of money. Just because, I'm saying, we're the mafia, we want to, making big money over here. We want you to pay us, X amount of dollars a month, and you were expected to pay that money. Some police officers were bullied. I'm saying, we'll take you out. We'll cut you if you let us go. I'm saying, judges. They had all kinds of deals with people so they can do do what they do, because these guys were scary, right? And the cool thing about Danny Green was like, wait a minute, we're doing all the work and you want 30% for doing nothing? I'm going solo. What I'm saying? He was a trip. Danny was a trip. And in the movie, when they're trying to kill the guy, right? Well, first in the beginning, it started off with him, doing his own thing, working. He was married. He met a gal, and I think it was a bar. Was it kind of like a bar or something?
yeah, she was like a little waitress, little barmaid.
Yeah, yeah, and slammed her on the first night. I was like, oh, okay, Danny. Anyway, he ended up having what, 3, 4 babies, and in the movie, he's with this girl, but his lifestyle, once he started getting really into the mafia, and after he got embezzled, and oh my God, remember the part of the movie when they go into their new home? They lost the other house, and she was like, they're now in a low income neighborhood.
Right, right.
All the motorcycle, they had the motorcycle drivers, and she's looking like, and you got the 4 little babies, like, I'm gonna bring my babies here, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, this'll do, This guy was a trip, here he is, he has a family, making big money, he embezzled the company, he ended up, having to go backwards, so now he's dealing with the mafia, they're getting him to do some hits for him on the side, but he's just not doing it, like he used to, and so now the life, they done lost the house, he's living in this house, low income place, and you see his life. This guy had a lot of balls. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at how he was talking to the mafia, right? Like he had a gang. It was just him. You know what I'm saying? And when you go into a place, and even people were saying, "Man, guy, you've got to be careful. They're gonna take you out." He was like, "That's fine. They know where to find me." He was like, "I'm right up." Oh man, go ahead, Dr. Mary. What was you thinking about this movie? I loved the movie. The movie was straight
I just,
mafia.
I like, yeah, I definitely like his kahunas.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
seven
yeah.
kahunas because he was very bold. And how you doing, positive side of dark? I definitely
Hey,
like and enjoyed his energy. He was just like, come after me, come get me. He was on the news calling them out, making them look bad. So their ego was like, man. And he was just like, well, he could come get me. Now, one of the things is because I know the backstory of it.
right, right,
Well, he went. Now they did kind of mention it in the movie because see, the thing is, um, the detective was his friend back
right,
in well, his friend rival. You know what I mean? A friend rival back in high school. Okay, and they played ball together.
right, right.
And he was basically writing the story about what had happened and this and that. And then on top of which, Danny Green had a son. And Danny Green used to have his son doing some of the little work for him.
Oh
And
wow.
the detective came to him like, look, no, you crazy as hell. You're not gonna have your son. That is so disrespectful. And he checked him about that, and Danny Green listened to him. So according to the detective, now I don't know exactly what, but that's by what the detective said on a documentary.
Right, right.
Now, I definitely like his set of kahunas. I think he was
Yeah.
bold and brash. I
Oh,
felt like he was checking them, and then by him being Irish, and the fact that he was just like, "Look, I'm a proud Irishman, and I'm
right.
gonna stand up for me. I don't know what you other folks is talking about. I definitely like people who are proud of their heritage.
Right. That's
You
right.
know what I mean? So that's what I appreciated about the movie and his energy.
Yeah.
Um,
There was a part of the movie where they said we shot him, we blew him up, and he just won't die. No, in the beginning of the movie, he's driving, he got his music rocking, right? And he's willing. Because they had the nice Cadillacs, the old,
right,
all the really cool cars. And so he's cruising, and all of a sudden he noticed his radio was kind of getting ready to show symptoms of they're trying to blow the car up. So he jumps out the car, and then the car blows up. And he jumps up and he says, "What? That's all you got? You think you're gonna get rid of me with a couple of firecrackers?" I was rolling. I said, "This
oh,
guy is
oh my God, yes, he
yeah.
was
You got you
standing
better than
up,
a couple of firecrackers.
and
Take
then
me
he was
out."
coming after them like hard. When they look up, a car blown up. A boy was walking to like his little partner.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
walking to like the car, and he was just like, and the boy looked at him like, there he is. Oh well, it's time to
Oh
go.
well,
You know what I
at
mean?
the time, right? So it was really cool. Those are even a part of the movie where they're getting ready to blow up his house, and he's in bed with his lady, not the wife, because they've done split, and he's got his other ladies.
She left. She was
And
like, I'm out.
yeah, yeah. So the guy's calling him like, "Man, dude, pick up the phone. I got to let you know they're coming after you." And he gets up to pick up the phone, and right when he picks up the phone, he looks over and he sees a dynamite, and then boom! But when it blew up, he fell back.
Right.
That was bomb. I mean, everything. I mean, the whole house just went down. I mean, you'd have thought this guy died, right? Not Danny Green.
But not Daddy Green. He was like, yeah.
That movie was good. That
He was
movie
like,
was
I'm a
good.
captive warrior.
Yeah, but
He
check
was
this
like,
out.
no. He was like, no. Then the whole house blown up, and they like, he gone. I know the mafia folks was like, yeah, he gone. It's a wrap. We good. So
Yeah,
he
they
came
thought they had.
over.
They probably was like, no, we just seen dude driving down the street. What? We
Right.
ain't done blew his whole house.
And then
Yeah,
he had a trailer on the same property, like, come get me. This far bad. I ain't going to hiding or nothing.
I know he was a trip. But the cast was Ray Stevenson played Danny Green. Then you had Vincent D'Onofrio as John Nardi, and
Mm-hmm.
Val Kilmer as Joe Madowski, and then Christopher Walken. I love Christopher Walken.
He
He
is
played
so
Alex.
pale.
What was that?
It's so pale. His skin
Yeah,
look.
but let me tell you, Christopher Walken, he played Chandra, right? Chandra was a big dude you don't fool with. So check this
Right.
out. Is this a pimp move? So he's at lunch with Danny, right? This guy Chandra, who plays, what's his name again? Wilkins, Christopher Walken, and he says, Danny says, I'm thinking about maybe opening up a restaurant, maybe some type of lounge, and he's like, well, how much money do you need? He said, about 70 G's, about 70,000. He said, I can do that. I can get you about
Right,
70,000. He said, it won't be my money because you never lend your own money, right?
That's gangster.
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
yeah. Gangsters never lend their own money. So what happens is Chandra goes out and he, what was the name of that the family that he borrowed the money from? The Bandino, the what they call it, the Gambinos.
The Gambinos.
Yeah, the Gambi the
The Gambinos.
Bandino.
Gambino.
Big mafia family, right? You don't fool with them. So
Yeah,
he
that's
borrows
that's
this.
John Gotti. That's John Gotti family. That was
Right,
John Gotti family, and Gambino. Gambino original family. And from there it was actually what's my boy name? Shoot, I can't think right now. I got him in my face. I got him in my Lucky Luciano's family.
mm. Okay, so he tells the guy, okay, I'm gonna get you the 7 G's. So he goes to the Bandingo family and he puts the order in for the 70 G's. But the carrier takes the money and buys two cases of Coke or what have you, right? And loses the money. So Chandra goes up to Danny Green and he says, hey, man, the guy took the money. And he's like, well, what's up? What are we going to do? And he goes, well, you're still going to have to pay, but if you do a couple of free jobs, this is how shicey they were. He tells Danny Green, if you do a couple of free jobs, you don't have to pay the interest. And Danny Green's like, I don't owe anybody. I've never got the money. He goes, yeah, but you borrowed it. You know what I'm saying? This is the kind of stuff they would pull. And Danny Green's like, wait a minute. I told you I needed 70,000. You order the money, but then the guy that's supposed to bring it does something else with the money, but you expect me to pay for it? And he's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you get interest. You don't have to pay the interest. He's never gotten the money, right?
I'm gonna pay for something I never had.
Right. And he's like, you don't want to play with the Pandingo. He's like, I didn't borrow no money from the Pandingo. You did. So guess what? So now Christopher Watkins puts
A hit.
a hit out on him for 25,000 for Danny Green's head. So the whole movie, they're trying to kill Danny Green, right? Oh, and it's so sad because he didn't borrow the money, right?
And then not only that, what was also cold was like one guy was cool with him. He was still cool. Usually they'll be like, no, well, you got to pay that money back. Although I respect and love you and you cool and everything, but you got to pay that money back. But he was like,
and he had
because here's the thing, he was passed over.
Right.
When the one mafia boss died in Cleveland, he was passed over because the other guy was more cooler with the Gambino family in New York. Because New York has the 5 families, you know what I mean? And they are like, the heads of commission, you know what I mean? Technically, they on the commission board. Well, all of them, a lot of the cities are on the commission board, right? But but New York is like the boss of bosses, you know what I mean? It kind of started, in New York, right?
Right.
So if you get in good with them, that's in every aspect. If you get in good with the people in New York, then that's how they even appoint dons, bosses. So if you get in good with them, then they hook you up, So that's how the other guy wind up becoming the mafia boss. And so he felt some kind of way, like, how y'all gonna pass me over? And I got more experience or whatever. And he felt some kind of way. So that's when he really started working with Green. That was already cool, and then they offed him.
Yeah, that was sad.
That was sad. That was sad, so to speak.
What I liked about Danny Green was he was like, you're not gonna punk me.
Right.
And he did a bold move because let's say me and Dr. Amira, we're mafia. This is our stuff, right? Mm-hmm. We take you in. We say, okay, do a couple of hits for us. We'll take care of you, get you paid, take care of your family, whatever. And then all of a sudden, you tell me and Dr. Amira, I don't want to give you your 30%. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't doing that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because he gotten so big, we would get a cut just because we're giving you because you're using our name. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about. Is who you are and who you're working for. And
exactly.
If you got that name, you can do a lot. People will just, hey, I'm cool, take it. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know, the Bandingo family's going to get you. The Quelly family going to get you. The Domingue family going to get you. So you're going to just do what they say. But Danny Green was like, man, I'm sick of paying y'all 30%. Y'all ain't doing nothing. They was looking at him like, what the heck? And he was like, I'm going so. I was like, this guy is crazy. But I get it. Because
I really know. But I feel him though, because
me too.
How you gonna make me, do something? You already need to deliver the money. But and then it's just questionable for him to have even gone. I wouldn't even have really went to them because it's always a price to pay. You know what I mean? I would have done some work for them, possibly, but once you get in bed with the mob, it ain't what it is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like in Godfather, we're calling Godfather when he come to you, he said, well, once we do a favor for you and we come to you, no matter what it is, you got to do it.
Right. Oh, yeah. And even these people that were supposed to be killing Danny Green, they coming back saying he didn't die. I mean, they blew up car after car. And they just couldn't get this guy. And I'm talking about...
They tried everything. I mean, they was going to everything, and how they finally caught him was they had bugged his girlfriend's phone.
Oh, right.
Outside the when she was coming in, she looked at the guy because they had to go all the way to LA and find this hitman. And he don't look much like a hitman, but them be the ones that you underestimate. And they killed him, and then they off somebody while it was there, right? And then came back and brought this guy back, and he was following him, and Danny Green was following him. And so another thing that we didn't talk about was he had this friend across the ways that lived in the same neighborhood that he was really cool with that owned a trash company. And
Okay.
they was basically trying to muscle him a certain percentile, and he just said he
Right.
didn't feel like paying it anymore. And
Right.
so Danny Green had to muscle this guy out of it. And long story short, he found out somebody was an informant in his
Oh,
operations.
oh yeah.
Dude went up under the car, gave him a bomb and told him to do it, and turned the bomb on while the guy was up under the car. And the boy was like, the man was like, "You sent him over here," and he went to the park and started trying to shoot him. I'm telling you, it was funny too. The
Man,
movie was funny. It had some funny
you guys
parts to
gotta
it.
see this movie. This and good and shout out to you, Dr. Mayor, for picking this movie because I love mafia movies. I mean, I love all kinds of movies, but this movie was a really good movie to sit down and watch. I mean, right from the beginning, it started off. It never was slow.
Yeah, it
It
didn't
just
drag. That's
it
what
just kept going.
I
Yeah, it
like
didn't
movies like.
drag. Yeah, me too. And I really thought the writing was well. The it, but that part when he expected him to pay that $70,000 anyway, you guys got to be careful who you borrow money from. I'm serious. Be careful who you get money from. People are a trip.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you when I first started my business, I was gonna get this loan,
Okay, okay, yeah,
right? I was gonna
okay,
get this loan from this one person,
okay,
from this one lender. And I
okay.
knew it was some stuff the way he was talking. He was like, "Yeah, bada bing, bada bong." I was like, "Oh no, you." I know that was so stereotypical. I know it was, but I was a bit of mafia, and he started laughing. He said, "Man, what you talking about? I'm over here. I'm trying to get you a deal over here." I was like, "Oh man."
You sound kind of like you might be
Yeah,
talking
you
about.
sound like you sound like if I don't pay you back on time, you're gonna break my legs or something. You're gonna attempt to break my legs or something. I ain't with all that. I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, people are something else. That is so
I was
funny.
like, I'll just, anything I need, I just get it. I said I'm alone with you, not with you.
Bada bing, bada bong.
Oh, yeah, I tell you, he was like, bada bing, bada bang, bang bang. You know what I mean?
Man, aren't
He
you
was
glad
like, get him out of here. I was like, I'm good.
mm,
I'm serious.
mm,
I know y'all think I be laughing. I'm
man,
being funny, but no, I'm being funny, but I'm being truthful.
that's right.
But yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I thought they had really great actors. I really thought that they selected really great actors. I liked the way that the camera was shot. It
Yeah,
was great scenes. The way it was written. I like the fact that they narrated it. I like the narrations with movies. I
right, right.
pretty cool. I don't think they rushed scenes. They really gave you a point of really who Danny Green was. And also, what I enjoyed, as I kind of stated and may have mentioned before, was the fact that they showed the actual footage
Oh,
at the
nice,
end of the movie,
nice.
where you see Danny Green said they can come here if they want to. You actually
Yeah,
see
yeah, yeah. I'm right. See, he said, "See that right there? I'm right upstairs." I was like, "You gonna tell the mafia where you at?" And
he
then the
don't give
mafia
a
guy said,
damn,
"What's going on with this guy? He's even telling us to come get him on TV,
right?
busting us out." It's like, man,
I
but he was
mean,
like that.
wow. Yeah,
He
he was
has
doing
all.
team a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I
But
can't even say he
the
was doing team too much. I'm gonna say he was doing team a lot.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But it was really good. But finally, they got him at the end.
It
Um,
was sad though, in some
uh,
ways. How they kind of took him out because he had just got. They always show that in the movies because he just got done talking to some children, and the children actually watched it. And I don't
yeah.
know if per se if that's how exactly it happened, but how you doing, broke neck? Is that
Hey,
broke neck?
Brock next. Hey, Alaska's in there. Hey, what's up, Mad
Hey,
Dog?
hey,
See you guys.
hey,
Man,
mad dog. Um,
hey, you
I'm
gotta
sorry
see
to see
that
you.
movie. If you haven't seen that movie already, Brock next, you'll love Kill the Irishman. That is a good movie. Was it on Netflix or Hulu? I can't
It's
remember.
on Netflix.
Okay,
It's
Netflix. If you got Netflix, check it out. It's really good. Yeah, we're
yeah.
just reviewing a few movies that we've been watching, and that movie was bomb. I like
That
that
was
kind of.
pretty good. It was done really well, and they really did just by based off if you watch documentaries or you read about it or if you read any books about Danny Green, then you would know they really hit a lot of good points that really happen in real life.
And
You know,
I've never
that's
really
what I
heard,
like.
I've never really heard of Danny Green, so it was new to me. And but when I just saw the shystiness of mafias and how they work and how they use the people, and you know what I'm saying, and you know what, and thank you so much, Brock Nix, for coming over here. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Um, you can't trust nobody when you're a mafia. How many movies have we seen?
That was walking a friend in.
And they killed their, just like on New Jack City. I am my brother's keeper. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Well, he need to be off though because he was doing team too much
Yeah.
because he started smoking crack. Now
Right.
he started smoking crack, and then he was like, you know,
Hold up, hold up. Rewind, rewind. Hold up. First of all, he's the one who brought that dude the drug that was everybody was like. That second, he done took this woman. Remember, he was
yeah,
sleeping
but
with.
why would he want her though? She was
Like,
a
he was young. He
whore.
was young. He wasn't like Wesley Snipes. He was an old dog. He was like, I'm gonna just
She was
toss.
a whore though. I mean, why
Yeah,
would
she
you
was a
her?
whore.
You should have. She was a pass
But
around. She was
young blood
not
did.
a serious
But that was young blood
woman.
whore.
I mean, he's the only one that took her seriously.
He
She was a
wanted to keep his
whore.
whore for a little while longer.
Yeah, but
But
I mean, why would anybody take her season? She was a skeezer. You know, we just call her back and say
he was,
skeezer.
he was. And that's another thing. If you're gonna have that life, why do you have a family? You know that's what they're gonna go for.
They gonna go for the family. They gonna go for the
His first
drug.
wife was smart. She was like, I'm out. I
She's
got
like,
some
I'm
money.
out this count.
Yeah, good for her. You know what I'm saying? I
She
had a friend of
married
mine.
up and got her.
I remember I had a friend of mine. I was working before I started my business. I worked for this other company, and there was a sister there. She was really nice, and she would always tell me how her husband was in and out of jail, and you know.
Mhm.
And I told her, "Why don't you just start your own cleaning company? You can do businesses." And I was doing that on the side. So I'm gonna tell you how cool I was. All right, I don't know anybody that would do this. I, excuse me, I had a office downtown. I took her to my office. I gave her my contract, put her name, showed her how to start her own, fictitious business name, get your insurance for $1 million. You didn't even have to clean houses. Screw that. Too much crap in people's houses and they try to set you up. Just go straight business. Clean some of these Montessori schools. I had this lady hooked up. And she was getting more business than me. She was so awesome. She was a nice lady. But she ended up getting caught up with this dude that just wanted to be out in the streets, and because that's big money, fast money, right? Well, she was getting her contracts every month. She had to wait for her money, even though it might have been $10,000, $15,000 a month, right?
But that's still good money if you stack it. All you got if you had the prior's month, then you still will be.
Thank you. But this guy was like, man, forget that, because what our plan was to set her up with a business and get her husband off the street and let him build a business. I said, you can build a nice business, and then once you get enough contract, you can sell it, and then do what
Exactly.
you
I
really want.
have been in business, so I know what you're talking about when I lived in St. Louis. Yeah.
Right. And this lady, and then I ended up, she had too many weird people coming to my business. It was weird because they was doing some tax schemes, and I said, oh, sister. She was even trying to get me involved. Angel, do you have any kids? No. I'll give you some social security numbers and you can claim these kids and then you can get the money and we'll split it because their parents is really in jail. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
That's
Girl,
what Texas.
these people, they were making big money, thousands and thousands of dollars. And I was like, I don't got,
They only last so long
oh,
though.
too scary. I was like, nah, I like my freedom. I like
They
it.
only last so long. You get caught up with that shoot. Fuck. I mean,
But
forget that.
anyway, not long after, I told Sister Girl, I said, look, I'm gonna have to, y'all, don't be bringing the people back to my office. You have to do your own thing. So I helped her. She ended up getting her own little spot, and she really respected me. Even though she knew I knew her lifestyle, and I would tell her, don't do that crap around me. She was cool about it because she knew me. I had hired her from the business we were working at, and I told her, just go solo. So after she started building and building and building, she was doing really well. And then we would sometimes get caught up doing the same, like we'll go through walkthroughs. And then I'd be there, she'd be there. I'm like, hey, you're bidding? She's like, yeah. I'm like, right on. So I'll pull back, let her get the contract or let her bid it. And she was doing really well. So I remember she used to call me, Angel, do you have any workers? I said, okay, look, but you're gonna pay them, because they were shady, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you better pay my workers. They're like, no, I got you, So one day, after about a year, we both got kind of big. I got big in my business, and she was doing her thing. And then I got a phone call from a detective. And they was like, is this Angelina? I said, yeah, this is Angelina. My brother's Angelina. I said, this is Angelina. I said, yeah. You know such and such? I was like, yeah, they started asking me all these questions about Sister Girl. And I said, hold up. I said, what's going on? They said, well, there was a murder, and I guess her husband ended up killing somebody. She was either with him or, and I was just like, and I told that detective, I said, look, I don't know that girl, but the girl I know is a business owner. She was, yeah, I know. I said, no. I told her, I said, she ain't into that life, but I know he was, but I hope that helped her. But they was really trying to get me. Did you hear about her ever saying she wanted to take somebody out? Or I'm like, no, never. I'm like, but I had seen her snap. I didn't tell him that, but I seen her Sister Girl snap. She go off.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't do it to me, but she would go off. But yeah, but the point is, you get people caught up in that life, and you
Mm-hmm.
don't have a family because they're going to come after your family. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come after your wife, your daughter, things that mean so much to you.
Your dog that you got outside.
Oh
All of
man.
a sudden, you look on the porch and your dog is neck broke. You know, I mean, seriously, people do all kinds
Yeah. Mm. But that movie was, and I didn't know the movie was a true story. So that
of.
was nice. Yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, you gotta, you learn things. We always talk about what we learned from that movie. And I know, earlier in my, 30s, probably around my 30s, I met men that was running like that. And, I always, I just couldn't get involved. You know what I'm saying? I had a friend of mine that she would always fall in love with these guys because they're always good looking, smooth talkers, nice dress. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Find you. I mean, you knew who I was dating because I always had all this beautiful gold on. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to buy me jewelry. And I used to tell my friend Kim, I said, Kim, I can't, man, I gotta get out of this. I just got out of my marriage. I'm like, man, I can't. This ain't my world. You know what I'm saying? But you get caught up in that, and you lose everything. I've seen people have so much, and just the boyfriend getting caught up, you lose the car. You're back out in the street because he was paying the rent.
You gotta go back, right? You gotta your luxury apartment. You gotta go back down
Yeah.
to where
Oh,
your hits came
mama house.
from.
Back in mama house, okay? Because she got the
Right.
babies. She had the babies, and she was back at her mom's. I was like,
And then even if it's paid for, they taking it because of the fact that it was brought with drug money or
right,
illegal money, whatever. So no,
exactly.
I'm with all that. I gotta get my own. I gotta get
Me too.
mine.
Yeah, you gotta have your own. Even being married, you have to have your own.
You
Every
gotta have your own vehicle. I have my
relationships.
own
Yes.
cars.
Doesn't mean that you're not going to help each other. It just means that you gotta have your own.
You just gotta have your own because you never know what may go down. And so, and then you always gotta save. You always gotta save, and don't, you know what I mean? In case like that, sometimes it's like, okay, for example, just
Yeah.
to throw it in there. So if you with somebody that's living that kind of lifestyle, because you can't do that forever. So
Right.
what you want to do is save your money.
Right.
Don't just
Right.
spend all the money that they give you. Save your money,
Save
start
your money.
saving money, and when
That-
in fact they go to jail or something happen, then you will have this money on the side that you could just move somewhere else and start your own legal situation.
That's right. That's right. Even people, during the coronavirus that were getting $600 every week, $600 every week, and we know there were some people that really didn't have a whole lot of bills and children and all that. Maybe they might have worked at it. Let's say they worked at a little car wash and living with mama, and all of a sudden they got the $600 a week plus their pay they was getting.
Exactly.
People stack it up. You know what I'm saying? How long were they doing that? From April,
So
March,
I should have got a yeah, that was a long time. I should have got it on there,
June,
but I didn't. I was like,
March, April, May. Wait, March, yeah,
what?
February, March, April, May, June, and it stopped in just 5 months.
That
Six
was some
hundred
good
times four,
money. Good money.
twenty
That-
four hundred dollars a month plus your regular. You got to have something in the bank. You know what I'm saying? That's a
Mhm.
lot of money. That's almost $3,300 a month if you're getting the less. on regular UI, $200-300 a week plus your $600 a week. That's about 3,300 a month to stay home. Now you're not driving your car. There's no gas.
Exactly. You ain't gotta go nowhere. You can just you can order your groceries from home. Cause all you gotta do is get buy your groceries. You don't mean go buy, cause a lot of folks was doing was when they was get that money, was getting brick screen TVs,
Yeah.
was getting mansions and yachts. I'm like, really? You need to I would be paying off cars, paying off your rent, paying off your house note, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Not
Yeah.
buying all this other stuff. I still well, we
And
ain't gonna talk about that, but
hold on, sis. Not just that, but what about the stimulus on top of that?
man, and the stimulus. I'm telling you, I only spent like $200 of my stimulus. I still got it.
Yeah, my husband does too. He still got his stimulus. Because when he
I'm
first got
like,
it,
uh-uh.
yeah, because when he first got it, he was like, babe, here. I said, no, that's your money, baby. That's your money. I got my stimulus. You do what you want with yours. I'm the one who bought his TV. He was going to go buy him because he'd been waiting to buy his TV from, since we were going to get married. I told him, wait till after. And I ended up buying it. I said, no, let me go ahead and bless you. You know what I'm saying? Because he takes care of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but y'all got stuff, you know what I mean? No, I'm talking about people that you ain't got a second or third income
Mm.
coming in the house. That don't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
You gotta stack your money. You can't wait for this person or this, just like now, what's going on now? Where they say, oh, we're gonna get you the second stimulus check. When?
When?
Okay. So, you know what I mean? So if you had kept the first stimulus check, then you don't
Mm.
have to worry about this second one coming in because I already knew. I said nothing is guaranteed.
That's right.
Plus, I was not getting that $600 a week. I had to hustle and work my business to
Right.
get
Right.
money.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was fortunate that I was able to get the $600 a week. But like I
Mhm.
told people, hey, your sister was working 2 jobs. I was working for years. I've never been on unemployment
Right.
for a long, long time. It just happened to fall that way, and it was a blessing because I was working 2 jobs, and it's sad that you have to work 2 jobs to save money, the kind of money I wanted to save.
Exactly.
Because my husband, like I said, he was helping out and stuff like that. But it's like, I want to save. I want to buy another property. You know what I'm saying? There's things I want to purchase, and I'm gonna need thousands of dollars.
Whatever. I don't know what I want to do yet with I just want to keep building on the savings right
Right.
now. And as I go, I still have, certain things I have to pay for. Like I have to pay for my herb farm. I got to pay for the, seeds and things like that. I have to pay for shipping for it to get here.
Right. Right.
But
Yeah. Now I'm thinking, maybe I should pay off some of my loans. I'm thinking, maybe I should take some of that money and just pay off certain things. I don't have a lot, but still, it would alleviate me from having to pay this
you're
month.
not a millionaire. Y'all know, don't be trying to rob a sister because you ain't going to get jack. Because I'm not a millionaire. But I tell you what, I'm striving to be one.
Right. Right. And you just gotta, you really, and I think I'm gonna start doing that saving. I did the $5 challenge. I did the $20 challenge, and a few people told me that it encouraged them that they actually saved money. And I think Grandma Five said she even paid off her credit card. I said, go ahead, sis. I just maybe
What,
I'll
what is
start.
the $5 challenge every week or every day? You say $5 or something.
Well, what you do is whenever you get paid, right after you pay your rent, your bills and stuff, um, or if you go, let's say you go to the grocery store and you buy groceries. When they give you your change back, if there's any fives, you take those fives out and you put it in a shoebox or wherever you save your money. And I was doing at the time I was doing the $20 challenge, where if I had a 20, I was going to put it away. You know what I'm saying? So because I was working my second job, you know, a lot of that money was, didn't go to bills. It was just to save. So I would take the 20s and put them away. And or if I, went shopping, I got a $5 bill or $10 bill, I'll put it away. You can either save $5 or you can save five, tens, or 20s. You can do whatever type of challenge you want to do. And what got me going was one day I saw this brother, and he would have been saving for a year. And what he would do is he got this box, he taped it all up, and he just had a slit on the top. And every time he would get a $5 bill, he would put it in there. So at the end of the year, he said he was gonna see what he saved, and it was so cool because him and his little son was sitting there, and some of them were folded up and rolled up. And I think it was like a couple $1,000 this guy saved in a whole year just putting $5 away. And the
Yeah,
kid was, yeah, and it was so
that's
excited.
pretty cool.
The little boy had stacks. He was like, "Look at this, buddy, we're rich." He was like that, "We're rich." It was so cute. So I said, man. So I started doing the $20 challenge, and I got up to about. I think I almost made. I want to say 3,400.
Mhm.
Just saving 20s, and then I almost got to 5,000, but then my heat and air system went out. I had to pay for that. And then I started again saving, and then the pandemic started, so I started putting the $600 away a week, and then I got up to about I think I got up to about 10 grand, something like that. And so now my goal is to get to 20,000. I said I want to get to $20,000.
I'm trying to get. I said 20. Now I'm trying to get to 30.
Right on, sis. You can do it. You can
Yeah,
do
I'm
it.
trying to get to that. At least. But yeah, I definitely that's definitely something I do change. Like I do. I save. You know. But I also like to save like pennies, quarters, and nickels, and I got like
Yeah,
big old uh
yeah, yeah.
piggy bank or whatever my uncle had gave me when him and his wife was doing like a yard sale and I bought it off of them. It was like nothing. My uncle
Oh,
said, I'm giving you my precious thing. And I was like, oh my God. I was looking at him like, you lucky you my niece. I'm like, boy, if you don't give me this damn thing. So I took it and
right,
I just started putting my change. I haven't put no change in a little minute, but I'm sure if I look in, I'm sure I got some money. And I was just going to give that
right.
possibly to the grandchildren and just split it 5 ways.
You can get
It's
like
no force for them. It's for them, but I feel like it's going to be a fifth one soon. But
right, but a lot of these banks have the coins now that you can just pour them in, or the machines, and you can just pour it in, and whatever it is, it could be 1,000, $100, $200, whatever, and you can just split it, with the kids or whatever. But yeah, I do that too. I'm starting to save. But now that this whole coronavirus hit, because see, when I used to work, I used to go to the store almost every day. Every day, I just go and look around, and I would always buy something and have change. It would make my purse so heavy because you got all that change in your coin purse, and I would have just change like. But now it's like, wow, you barely use money because you're not really out there. Like
no,
at least,
you're not, and you saving gas. It's like now,
there's
my
no
gas. I have gas money, but I don't even want to spend.
right, 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 right,
I don't even want to put the gas in my gas tank today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some gas in my gas tank on tomorrow because I
on
don't have a choice because I'm going to get my nails done. But I really don't go anywhere but my healing center, sometimes to the grocery store, sometimes and always to my healing center and my daughter's right across. I can walk to her house and my son I can walk to his house. So that's no big, you know what I mean? So I really don't go anywhere where I have to spend money because I really don't eat out that much.
Hey, Peanut Nola, how you
I
doing?
spoke to I definitely spoke to my
Good
peanut.
to see you,
How you
honey.
doing, my brother? I spoke to him online while we were talking.
Yeah, it's so
Um,
it's so it's so hard on here because I'm on my tablet, so
right,
yeah, so I have to click the chat when I see like a
right.
whatever.
When
Yeah,
you see somebody responding, right, right.
yeah. So I'm not ignoring anybody. It's just hard on here.
I'm not ignoring anybody either. I just try to speak in the chat, to make sure that y'all hear me. So hopefully y'all don't feel anybody doesn't feel ignored.
Right, right. But if
Um,
anybody's watching right now, I got these really amazing oils from Dr. Amira, and look at how cute her logo is. But I ordered Angel Egyptian musk. You all know Egyptian musk, and I think it's called black sugar. But oh, they all smell so
yes, black
wonderful.
sugar. Uh-huh.
They all smell wonderful. I put some on this morning, and my husband loved it. He was like, "Wow, baby, you smell good." I took the ball out. I always take the ball out.
Oh, okay. I'm like, oh my God, I
Yeah,
thought I put the
that way I can get
ball.
right to it. Put a little bit back here, and So I'd be like a little warmer when it starts getting warm. Like right now, it's getting warm. That's why I see me wiping myself. And I got the AC on, but gosh, it gets so this whole climate control. Normally we get about 100 in Sacramento, but now it's like 110, 111, 112. So it's crazy. And this one here, hey Brocknix, I'm back. I had to step away from the computer here at the shop for hey. Yeah, Brocknix has his own business too. And you guys gotta check out Brocknix channel. He does a lot of traveling on those. What are those cars? Not it's like a motorcycle with the big four tires.
Right,
And
right,
they
right.
be in the
Four
snow
wheeler.
and they be jamming. Yeah, he got it going on.
I
Brocknix be doing it. I
would
love it.
definitely check him out.
Yeah, he used to have. Sometimes he would do a challenge or do a contest where you could win salmon, stuff like that. So it's just nice. We've been rocking together for a couple of years. We check in on each other, so
Oh,
that's nice. That's really nice. And I got my sage. Yes, Dr. Amira. She also sells sage. This is really nice fragrance. I like the way sage smells actually, but this is nice to burn. But I really enjoy the oils. And Brocknex, I don't know if you ever use the perfume oils, but if you really want to get some attention from the ladies, like your wife, you put a little bit on, and I'm telling you, when you start sweating, that smells
it
so
smells
good.
so good.
Yes,
And I
especially.
have men's cologne. I mean, yeah, men's cologne as
Well,
well.
well,
Oil.
sure. You should show your channel a little bit, honey.
All
Your
right, my
fragrances.
website.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Well, what
Let
do
me
you
go.
have for the men?
All right. I have. Let me make sure I put it on here real quick.
And how's the weather in Alaska, Brocknex? It is hot here in Sacramento. Man, I'm just like sweating and wearing this hairpiece. Oh my god, on my neck. I should try to roll this around. Get a new style. Ooh. Hey. Call me
Okay.
Madam Michelle.
So here's some of my stuff on my website, and certainly you can go and I have it detailed where you can pretty much go to it. So you click on products, of course. Reading services is just kind of straight through. So I do readings and different services, different healing services. Here's where y'all can do the donation button. Wink, wink. Uh,
So
but
innocent.
say donation, don't know, slay. But I'm for real. But anyway, here I have it labeled where loose herbs, powder herbs. So if you can go to loose herbs, boom, you see the loose herbs. All right, all right. You see the different types of
Now,
loose
now,
herbs.
the, now the loose herbs, are you smoking them? Let's get No, are these a tea?
That's what you want to do. Some of yeah, these can be yeah because they're loose herbs. See, they have or you can put them in teas. You know,
I'm
you
gonna
can
put them in
smoke
some
from the
tea.
ones that can be smoked. You can certainly do that. Put them in the white paper and keep it moving. You know. Uh,
Keep it in the yellow pages.
and here is the powder ones that you can certainly, I put these in a capsule. And the reason why I know some people have asked me, like, why are these more expensive right here? Because I'm putting them in a bigger bottle. Okay. These are going to be in a bit of bigger bottle, but even it's not even really expensive. I assure you, it's really a big bottle, and look at the rate. I mean, you're still going to get the bang for your money, right?
Oh,
And here's different herbs, whatever sea moss. So I know a lot of people are really into the sea moss herbs, and definitely different irons or whatever you're trying to do. I mean,
right.
a lot of times people just kind of ask me what they have going on, and I can kind of refer to them.
Yeah,
Which one?
don't be shy. If there's something you need, if you're trying to, get your
Hold on one
stimulus,
second.
and you need, you're up in age and you're just not getting that, time with your wife or your husband, and you want to, kind of keep things moving. She got some natural products for that. Sometimes people take that. What's it called? Spironella. I think it's called spironella. Sometimes people take that to help them, with their libido. What's that other stuff called? What's that other stuff called for the libido? When
Okay, so I have it right here. Sorry, somebody was at my door. I have no idea. But anyway, so I did not. Okay, so this right here. This would be for the libido for men.
okay,
And I also have for women. I also have something for women too. But that would be under women's care. Okay, so
okay,
good for your libido. Okay.
really, I can't imagine women having a problem. I'm serious.
Well, some yeah, some
I'm
women
in my
do
50s, and I know, man, it's something else in your face. You look like
that.
a little 20-year-old again, like a little rabbit. It's like, I don't need none of those stuff. My husband's like, please, I'm already working out. Took him back to the gym.
Leave me alone.
He's like, don't try to give me a heart attack.
And these are my liquids.
Dr. Mirza said, hee hee hee. Let me send you some of this, Sister Angel. Let me send you some of this.
These are my flowers. I'm gonna give some to Angel. Tell your husband I'm gonna give you some herbs for the woman. You really
No,
gonna be off the chain. He gonna be like, no, don't
let
talk
me
to
tell
her
you,
no more. He
he
gonna ban
already
you
told
from
me.
talking to me.
He already told me you're too much.
Right?
Because
He
I'm
do.
serious. Yeah.
What do
He
you
not.
say?
You know what I'm saying. He didn't expect it. I guess I don't know. I'm just telling you. Women in their it's just women in their 50s. When women get in their mid 50s, if something happened to us, we just
Right. Just lose our minds. Here's
yeah.
the fruits and I said flutes. Here's the fruits and flowers right here. Okay. And then you go to the different sages. So for y'all sage burners or people that want to burn stuff, I said sages and
Yeah.
burn items. I got
And her
all
sage,
kinds of stuff.
and this is one of Dr. Amira's sages I have. It's a really good size. This will last you, especially if you use this to cleanse your house. People like to pray, and people like to burn it and pray through the house and everything like that. And it lasts a long time. So for the price, I mean, wow, and free shipping.
Yep.
I ordered me 3 oils, and oh, and thank you for the incense you sent. That was really nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she sent some extra, some incense for me to try, and it was really nice. But yeah, it was very affordable, quality. It smells great, and I got it pretty fast. It only took her a few days to get it to me, and free shipping you can't beat.
So yeah, y'all come and get some stuff from me. I'm just gonna tell y'all to go to my website. I'm going to bow right here. If you want to
Nice.
go to my website, y'all can
Yeah,
search
please
find
check
so
out
many
the
good things.
website. Definitely check out the website. They got some nice stuff. And I just want to thank the people that come every week. They're just so cool and amazing. They pop in, because we all know this is the slowest time of the day to come online.
Yes, it is.
They pop in like, hey.
You're like, hey, what up? Yeah, woo.
we gotta do it when we can. Oh, and look at Dr. Amara. This is her business card. Teachers have to be flexible. If it's not working, we gotta change something.
Yep, that's pretty much what it is.
That's a nice picture of you too. She's in her business card.
I had to
Yeah.
take. I'm trying to get rid of those cards. Those are my old business cards, y'all, and I'm trying to get rid of them. So I'm trying to get them all out. So I
And
don't
if you
feel
need
like I'm
some,
wasting my money.
yeah, if you need some relationship counseling and things like that, she also can help you with that. Counseling. Sometimes people they have issues. You know, whether it's their marriage or just dealing with people. Sometimes you go through a lot dealing with you know different personalities. Some people are very there's some people that are very difficult to get along with. Sometimes we have them in our family where
I tell
just
you,
can't. There's people that are just very confrontational. They're very confrontational. You try to talk to them, they're always twisting your words and they take things to.
exactly. And
And I
then
hate
sometimes people don't listen to each other. See, one of the
yeah,
biggest things that people do not listen to each other,
that's hard,
and
especially in
people
relationships.
Man, people want to just hear what they're trying to say, and they don't
Exactly.
listen to the full conversation.
That
They will
part.
just take, or they'll take out that one little thing. Like, for example, we could be having a really good dialogue, but if I say, "Well, I don't like how your feet smell," or something like that, you're like, "You don't like how my
Yeah.
feet smell."
Or you
I'm
don't like the way
saying
this is.
after you get out, what I probably said was, that person probably said, "Well, I don't like how your feet smell after you got off of work." I mean, you
Right,
was
right,
working. Obviously, that don't mean your feet stink the whole time. I'm just saying
right,
for that
right.
moment,
Yeah, and you can't.
people
Yeah,
don't hear that.
yeah. I have a friend like that where if I if I correct her in something, she'll take it to heart. And it's kind of weird because like if somebody says, "Hey, Angel, you know what? You really shouldn't, do that." Blah blah blah. I'm always the type of person that will take it into consideration. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that if somebody tells you something, they must care. You know what I'm saying? To a point to help you from sorrow or help you from making a mistake or, you know, whatever it is. But to get mad at somebody or to
Mhm.
not own up to it. Sometimes you just gotta say, "I'm sorry, I messed up."
But
You
just
know?
keep it moving. I mean,
Yeah,
what is the big
yeah,
deal?
but it's hard to be around someone that never says, "I'm sorry." I don't get that. That's one of the easiest things to say. Well, for me, is, "Oh man, I'm sorry." You know what I'm saying? I blew it. Sorry about that. You know what I'm saying? My bad. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. But when you just keep doing stuff and making excuses, right? And you don't never want to change, and people try to talk to you, you just don't want to hear it. I mean, then you find yourself alone and not understanding why people don't want to be around you. And that's what's good about counseling. People can kind of, because you're a counselor, Dr. Mira. Have you ever found yourself talking to people, and most of the time it's them, they're the problem?
Yeah, all the time. Half of my clients. They're just like, no,
It's
a lot of them, a lot of people. Yeah.
right, right. When I used to counsel people in addiction, and we would just talk, and I listened to them out, and they'd be mad at their mom, and they're mad at their kids, and they're not fair, and they're just judging me. And I'm thinking, girl, you've been in jail 20 years. You ain't been there for their graduation, her marriage. You never show up. You know what I'm saying? You come in, you're ripping and running the street, and then you expect people when you're ready, when you change, now you expect everybody to forget the 20 years of dumb you did to everybody, the
Exactly.
money you done did, the houses you done lost, and the damage you done to these people. You mad at everybody because they're not just happy and celebrating you today. It's
No,
like,
you don't get no celebration for not being there, and you don't get no effort for just not coming around. It's like, what you want me to do? You want a quota?
yeah, yeah, you got you want to pat on the back for doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
It's like, come on, man, you gotta build. You have to gain that respect back. You have to let people know you're serious this time, because how many times do you keep, I'm back, and then you're back out. I'm back, you're back out, and then now you're seriously back, and they're like, we're out.
Yeah, and I don't trust you.
We
I don't
tired.
trust you because you had too long to prove yourself.
We tired. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. We don't even want you coming over here no more. Then they want to be hating their family. I'm like, man, you need to just humble yourself.
Right. Because a lot of times people get off of drugs or addict. Let's just say addict in general. They
Yeah.
feel like everybody owes them something.
That's one of the biggest and hardest things to work with somebody in counseling is to let them know that you're not. They have that. Exactly what you're saying. You think they owe you something. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling my husband, I said, even with these programs, a lot of people go for these programs and then they get mad. Well, they cut me off and they did this and they did that. And I'm thinking, yeah, it's bad that they cut you off, but when are you going to do something that's going to help you on the side? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good conversation though.
Yeah.
That's a good conversation because this is what we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with the fact that, I mean, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm not saying that we're not going to get the second stimulus check. I'm just telling everybody not to bank on it. So
Right.
therefore, don't wait for it. If it happens, excellent. If it does
Right.
not, then you got to make some preparations. You got to already be in the process of making preparations
Exactly.
to, either try to find you a job from home. Because I'm not asking people. I would never tell anyone to risk their life, risk their
Right.
health, or anything like
Right.
that. But I'm
Right.
saying finding something that you can do from home or creating a business. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So one of you got two choices. You can't wait for people to do for you. You can't.
That's
This
so
is
true.
not this is not the time. This is not the time because people are losing their homes, right? Because they can't pay their mortgage payments. Some people are also losing like their places to stay, like if they're paying rent. You know what I mean? It is intense out here, and so
Mhm.
you have to swim. You got
Exactly.
to swim, and you can't wait for someone, to save you out of the river, to save you out of the water. Because if you're waiting for somebody to save you, it's not going to happen. So, what I'm going to tell everybody, because between the Democrats and the Republicans, because I can't pin one or the other, both of them are wrong.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Um,
Absolutely.
and so you can't wait for these folks to save you. And this is not a put down. This is not saying anybody's lazy. I'm not calling people lazy. I'm not telling people that they can't do it. I'm telling you that you can do it. I'm
Right.
telling you that you can get yourself out of this financial stressor and not to wait for them to bail you out because they may not do that. And
That's
so because they may not do that, you have to be in preparations of making yourself happen. Because when you were getting that $600 and you deserve that per week, I
right.
promise you, you deserve that. However, Now you have to make some more plans because some states are giving you the extra $100, so you're up to 400. Okay, but not every state is doing that. I know Kentucky is, but not every other state is. Okay,
Right, right.
so and then you can't keep, and then so now you also got to look at the system. You got to look at the system like, well, dang, see, we got to think about these voting, like if you're going to vote, or because both of them were racist. I'm just saying, y'all,
Right.
don't let me get into that. But I'm just saying, well, I have an article where, let me tell you what the article says. Let me find a picture.
Yeah.
And everybody was in an uproar about this article that I put out, um, on Joe Biden.
Okay.
A lot of people was,
They're mad that you put the article out on Joe Biden.
oh yeah, I put an article where he said, this is his quote. This is nothing I said
Well,
out my mouth.
if it's true, we should hear it.
Okay, so I'm going to share it
Yeah,
to.
please, let's hear it.
Let me see. All right, let me see if you can see this. This was in 17, 19. Okay, this ain't working. Okay, hold on.
Let's read it.
Let's do a screen share.
Okay.
Hold on. You pull it up first.
Yeah, we have to. Sometimes people say things and you get an idea on how they really feel about some things.
Yeah, I don't care if it was back in the day. I mean, I am a firm believer that people can change, but at the same time, when you're in political office, that
Hmm.
has to certainly still be looked at.
Right,
We can't ignore it.
right, right,
You
right.
can't ignore it because it's not like he came forward and say, "Hey, I was wrong," or "I had this." He just brushed
Right,
it under the rug. It wasn't talked about.
right,
Because if you truly no longer felt like that, you would address it and say, well, this is what it is.
right, right.
I was under pressure. I felt peer pressure, something. You
Yeah, something.
but and then secondly, you can't talk about Joe Biden. I mean, you can't talk about Trump because you know better than he is.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So I'm going to show this. Okay. This article was published in 1977.
Wow. Biden. Oh, wow. Okay. Biden said integrating black students would turn schools into a jungle, a racial jungle. Wow. I don't
He
want my
says,
children to grow up in a jungle,
yeah.
a racial jungle. Wow. Wow. Where'd you get that article?
I found that somewhere. I found that on some Google thing, and some other people had it too. And so I'm like, dang. And somebody else, if you look underneath that article, if somebody else pulled something out from that shared as well. Let me pull that up. Let me do that. Hold on.
It's kind of strange how people. I'm glad I don't think like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm so happy, and I always tell my mom, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for not teaching me racism." My mom, did not tell us stuff like that. She when I would bring my friends home, she didn't know if they were going to be a girl or a boy. She didn't know what color they were going to be or nothing. I just said, "Hey, mom, my friends are coming." Or she didn't care. She didn't care. It was just weird. The only thing my mom would always warn me about was she would always tell because sometimes the neighbors would have little children. The little kids would always come because that was always fun. We always play with the kids, and they would knock on the door. My mom used to always tell me,
Mhm.
"Don't play with the young kids like that because you're single. They may accuse you of doing something with the little boy or little girl." She would always say, don't be playing with the kids without their mothers around." She was always real, and I used to always think, why is she saying that? That's because the kids would cry. They would cry. I said, "No, I can't come out and play with you." They start crying. Why? I couldn't say because my mom said I can't because just in case they try to say you did stuff. But then as I got older, I realized, wow, my mom was really smart about that. Because nowadays, even now, kids come in, you don't want to just give them candies and stuff like that because they can lie and say something. Okay, so this says Biden with Grand Wizard of KKK. So who again is playing you, lying to you, using you for the votes? Creators of the KKK oppose civil rights of black. Yep, that's the Democratic Party. That don't even look like Joe Biden.
I don't know about that. That was that looks like a copy paste picture. I didn't look at it. It
I know
looks like a copy paste.
they're trying to
The
get. I see
other
what
one was him, y'all.
yeah, I see what
I
they're
didn't
doing.
look at that. I swear I didn't look at it. I just seen somebody post it at the bottom of my page, and I didn't really pay attention,
But
and
see,
I
right
kept
now,
it going.
right now is the time they're going to be really,
They're gonna be really pushing it. That's
right,
probably some copy paste picture. But the point
right,
is definitely the first article. The
right.
second thing that they posted, I don't know about that. But nevertheless, and then we know too, okay, so let's be fair to Trump. We gotta put Trump out there too. Trump also was those seven that was in New York in the park. Remember that?
Right.
He said that he still says to this day that they raped that woman. And they were found not guilty after the evidence came in, and they have since been released.
Wow. And he said they were still guilty.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. What I don't like about the whole thing, when you look at the Republican and Democratic Party, like I always tell people, it has nothing to do with me. Even though I do vote, it has nothing to do with me. My life and the way things work for me is because of I don't depend on them people. I,
exactly.
I always tell people I want what God got for me, and God is doing an amazing job. So I don't need no Bidens or no Trumps and things like that. But what I don't like, Dr. Mary, and this is what I do like about politics. For me, when you see politics, is you're able to see where you really live, how people really are. I'm talking about people who say they are Christians or they love God and they're good people. This These people will vote for Trump, even though,
Based off him being a Republican.
right, right. And the only reason why they vote for him is because they find that it's better for their lifestyle. It's better for their 401k. It's better for, the lifestyle they're living, the benefits they're getting. Maybe they own a business, whatever it is. But the problem I have with that, Dr. Mary, is right there, you could throw your religion out the window because you're putting your faith in a corrupted man, right?
Exactly.
So you're sowing seed in that. There's people will say, you know what? Ah, I'm not going for that. I don't. I'm not gonna. I don't feel comfortable with that. Yeah, I like my life. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well with his trickery, but he's not good for people. He's not good for these kids growing up. This is not the example I want for my family. But these people are so wicked, and they'll lie and say, "Oh, we're good people," and you see Paula White and all these fake, evangelicals laying hands. These are people that can't save a dog in the street dying. There's no power in these fools. There's no power in these fools
Mm-hmm.
because you done threw out your religion and your faith when you put it on someone you knew who was corrupt.
That you already knew was corrupt. The
And it
soul
goes, yeah,
system's
and it
corrupt
goes for
though.
anybody. If I'm a liberal or a socialist or whatever I am, and I see somebody in that group is falling and I'm not voting for you. I'm be like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to do it. Like I like what Colin Powell did. He said I'm a Republican, but I'm not. I've been watching a lot of Republicans say I'm Republican, but I'm not voting for him. I just can't do it. I want to change, right? These are real people.
Right.
These are people that have character, but I can't stand. And I got rid of a lot of people out of my life that I got to see who they truly were. You mean to tell me you saw this? You heard this come out this man's mouth? You've seen what he has
You
done?
was okay with
But
that?
yet,
Right.
you still want to rally behind him because of your 401k? Because you like your lifestyle? Well, guess what's going to happen to it? You see them fires? You see them fires? I've seen a lot of
Oh,
racist people move over to paradise. We don't want to be around y'all. We want to go over here. But guess what happened?
all
The
them
fire
fires
department
can
can't
sit
get up
right
there
over
fast
there.
enough. The
Right.
fire department couldn't even get up there fast enough because you want to be way out there by yourself. And all them people came. And Rose and another city down here. Uh, what was it called? Oh man, I can't remember the city, but it was sad. All them people lost their houses. And the Lord's been showing me this over and over and over. Every time somebody gets burnt out, He always says, "Go look at the history of those people. Go look at the history of those people." When you see people dying of cancer or being real sick people, heart attacks, dying out, out the blue, you look at their history. And I'm not saying all people because it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. But some people are wicked. They're just wicked
I
people.
agree.
And that's what I love about politics. I like to watch. Let me see what these people are going to do now. Y'all seen what this part, what she said. You saw what he said, and you're going to rally behind that. Okay, Okay, go ahead. At least I know who I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So you have to use politics in a way where you can see where you live. When you start seeing a whole bunch of people getting killed, same color people getting killed, and over and over and over, and stocks are going up, you got to see this. You know these rituals they're doing, all this kinds of way out stuff they're doing. But if you take yourself out of that and say, you know what, I'm not going to put my faith in this. You know what I'm saying? I see what's going on here, and you teach your children and your family how to make good decisions and where to be and where not to be. And you know what I'm saying? You got to know where you're at. You got to know who you're talking to. You got to know who you're working for. So there's people that will tell you who they are. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to
To have your own opinion and have your own thoughts.
and to come out of that. It's
Mhm.
okay to say, you know what, I don't agree with that. And I tell people, just don't say you're a Christian, please. Don't say you love God. Don't say that if you're going to be putting these wicked people in office. Okay? If you see that there's thousands and millions of people hungry right now, and these people went and took a break, and they didn't want to give these people no a stimulus, they have 4 and 5 children, people that kids ain't even in school in certain places, they're here with their moms and dads, and they can use that extra money. People's UI is and even though I'm in a good position where I'm at,
And you
because
know
I
for
sort
a
of,
fact that
you
if
know,
you had acted on this a
right,
lot sooner, the America wouldn't have been affected by that because you shouldn't have been allowing people to come back over here from that area. In fact,
exactly,
where the corona came from, but you ain't heard that from me. I ain't want to gossip. So
yeah,
it almost comes across as if you guys would like to have infected the world, and so you can start doing immunizations on people and put in certain things like the Tuskegee experiment. And
right,
on top of which, in taking it further, you would also look at the fact that, and I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but I look at stuff. I'm
good
human,
for
right?
you.
And on top of which, you also have to know that the healthcare industry is a $1 billion industry. And of
Right.
course, they're also the same people that are running the jail cells, they're running
Exactly.
the school systems, and all these
No,
things are.
it's not the jail, it's the plantation. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
right. It's,
plantation.
it's it's definitely the plantations, but it's still they call it the prison industrial
Right,
complex. So
right.
because of that, they're all linked in together, and so we're sending our children and our families out to these different places to become infected, and they're coming back and killing certain people or members in your family, and it's about the population control. But you ain't heard that from me. But nevertheless, you all know this. And then the fact it just reiterates that you all something ain't right because now you're trying to starve the people. See,
Exactly.
Canada and other countries like Canada's not the only one, but countries like Canada, they'll just say, hey, we're going to give you this amount. We're going to take care of you because we don't care about because all it is IOUs. Money is just literally IOUs. And it's nothing for them to keep printing up money. All they got to
That's
do
what
is print up
yeah.
money because they burn money. You
That's
know
why I
how
was
they
saying
burn money?
that's why I was saying it wouldn't be nothing for us to shut down for a year. And when I say shut down for a year, I mean in areas where you can't work and stuff, keep paying the people a certain amount continuously. They can do that. They have enough money to do that. And not only that, Dr. Amira, but with this whole plague, now you know they could have afforded to pay the people reparations, right?
Exactly.
They could have paid the people reparations every month. They could have been
Because
paying
they
reparations.
don't want the black race
Right.
uh or minorities, whatever you want to call it, melanated or whatever, to come up. You know what I mean? Because the whole point is to keep them back, to keep them poor, to keep them
Right.
broke. But if they were smart, they will be able to stimulate the economy. But
No,
it's
no,
all
it's
about the
not
big
because
banks taking the little banks, and that's
but,
the little big
but
people
see,
taking the
that's
little.
the problem with the United States itself. That's the biggest. That's why we have a plague now. Is because of imbalance. You know what I'm saying? When you have that imbalance for so long, you can't keep doing that. You can't keep killing people year after year after year without no, karma. It's gonna come back. So you're gonna see these plagues coming back. You're gonna keep seeing, and the people you're trying to hold down, ain't nobody can hold you down. You're gonna end up coming up. Your time's gonna come, right?
And,
The
and
black,
that's why things are happening and occurring now, and that's why all these what they want. Because if you read, it's certain manuals that I have access to that I've read years and years and years ago that I have gotten from an actual person that was in a without me going into great details, but I do have a particular manual that talks about how they will create, how the police department do, how they would do is like murder this particular person, they'll murder this particular person just to cause a distinction in different people. That's why it's going on so rapidly. Everything in that manual is laying out what's happening right now, because you have this police department that killed these people, and then of course they're protesting over here, they'll run to this area. They're doing it in so many areas where so many people don't know where to go. You know what I mean? Because it's happening so much.
And
Even
now it's out of control now, because now the protesters are out there. They're, things are getting disrupted. You got people coming from other places to take over and get what they need out the cities. You know what I'm saying? So, like I tell people, all the stuff that's happening now is just a backlash of what you guys already planted. So everybody gets their day. You can't continue.
But then you got agent provocateurs that also go to these different cities, and they will start the agitation with the people. They'll start really trying to create where they can tear down the cities, and so they can also bring in the national martial art. They will create the martial law, and they can bring in the national guards to these different cities, right? And then they can keep everybody under control. And that's also with this plague, because they're, because obviously you're not going to want to go, you don't want to have people not to go to this business and go to that business. But then now they're like, okay, well, we want to stimulate the economy, so we're going to send everybody back to work to kill people, because that's exactly what they're doing.
And check this out, Dr. And check this out. People aren't even thinking, but now that people are wearing masks, how easy it is to go and do stuff because you have this mask on.
Right.
So now things are setting up in a way where they're horrible acts that they've been doing. And one thing I can't stand about, not only in politics, people who, I don't care if you want to go for what's better for your family, but I don't like when you say you are a godly person or you are a Christian and you have beliefs and you have a character, right? Because that's flawed when you continue to vote these people in to continue their foolishness, right? If you have your faith in God and what He has for you, you're not going to put that fool in there, because you're going to be okay regardless. So these are fake faith believers, right? Fake faith believers. These are the same people that are crying on TV saying, "Oh my God, my business got burned down," and woo, woo, woo. But why wasn't you out there? You know what I'm saying? When that guy died or that sister died, why wasn't you out there? Since you have a business in the community, wouldn't you be out there with your because they probably came and bought from you. You know what I'm saying?
And but not only that, but see, when they're creating all these diversions and they stopping people, because a lot of states are starting to force these children to still go to school. So therefore, they're going to go to school and they're going to be bringing home the corona back with them in a lot of cases, not every case.
Right.
Because we don't know on certain areas. It's certain people that I've met that have not gotten the coronavirus wearing the mask. And it's certain people that I know have gotten the coronavirus even with the mask on. So, you kind of, it's catch-22, right? So when you have all of these folks, and I don't really look at people's character anymore, because I already know in going in, there's some, especially politicians, I call them politicians. You can never trust them anyway, because I used to, when I was an activist, when I worked in the community a lot more, and a lot of them would promise that they was going to give us a spot where we have our own meeting spot, and it'll be government funded. And when we helped to get them elected, we've done a couple of people like that. They never did that. So that's why I got firsthand on what people say they're going to do. They never do it. You know what I mean? We'll help them, do security for them, do all kind of stuff. And that's why I said that I've never really taken, I really didn't want to take them seriously, but because I was trying to make a difference in the community, I pretty much already knew. I said, they ain't gonna really do nothing for us. So it's like, yes, they are. Yes, they are. I said, right, they're not. So I don't really trust any of these folks to really, run the country. They can try to run the country, but it's not going to change my personal dynamics. That's why I started telling people, really just start really doing for self. Really start, even if you go and get a job, have something on the side that you'll have like another income coming in. Don't just rely on this one particular income to make some money. Try to have 5 incomes if you possibly can.
you go.
of different sources, because this system is no joke, because you have
Right.
to make a living, especially if you have small children or you have elderly, if you have, and then get to the point where you will have the savings build, whereas when you get older you can chill, you know what I mean,
Right.
because I'm not gonna be working for the rest of my life. I'm gonna be working well into my 80s. I'm not gonna be, oh, I'm gonna be chilling, and when I do what I want to do, by then,
Exactly.
hopefully I can retire and live off of my, situation. You know what
Right.
I mean? Situations I've created, and the money just coming in. And I'm telling y'all that to really be careful about, even if some of y'all want to vote, see, you have a right. See, people try to make you feel bad. They be like, oh well, if you don't vote, our people died for you to vote. Our people died for you to vote. Well, our people died for us to have a choice whether or not we want to vote or not vote, whether or
Right.
not you know what I mean. That's a choice. You don't have to vote. That's something you want to do. If you do want to vote. But either way, you still can complain, because most of us are paying. We're paying taxes. So if you have a problem with the way things are run, because you can vote for this particular candidate. Let's say that we vote for the Democrats,
Okay.
and if they don't do exactly what they said they was gonna do, what are you gonna do about it? Can you go into the White House and say, "Get on out of here, you fight"? You know what I mean? Or you
Right.
just don't vote for them the next time. You know what I mean? So that's why I said don't rely on the system. That's all I'm telling people, regardless of what your politics is. I'm not getting ready to get into it. I don't care if you like Joe Biden or if you like Trump. You know what I mean? That's on you. But what I'm saying is don't allow that to run your household in your
Can't
life.
run my household. It's either God or man for me. And if there's no godly man in office that even shows that he's really trying to help all people, there's a divide. And where there's a divide, it's no solid ground. So you can't possibly help my household. And when I see people going in and voting for people because it helps their household for temporal, it's only temporary. You know what I'm saying? A fool can only help temporary. Like, remember all those houses in 2008? All the people lost their houses. They was mad. A
Man,
lot of people lost their
stuffy
house. They were.
monkey.
We should never have lost our house. Well, you put your faith in those type of people, those banks, those. You know what I'm saying? The five families, right? The ones that really run the world. The Carnegie,
Right.
right?
The DuPonts and them. Y'all
Yeah.
better.
Let's talk about the big boys, the Federal Reserve. Let's talk
Right.
about those. You think you look at these figureheads, but there's a whole other party sitting
Whole
high,
nother situation.
right? The Kennedys, the Carnegies, right?
And
What's
shoot,
the, yeah, there's about five families on the world.
shoot, they are trading their children just to get ahead. So what they gonna do with your behinds?
Yeah, and they won't get the coronavirus. You can best believe it. They ain't gonna get no coronavirus, but they'll pick up the phone and tell a figurehead what to do and what to say.
They sure
Better
will.
get them back on the plantation,
That's why it's letting you know something. Trump ain't walking around with a mask on. What is that trying to tell y'all?
right? Population
I'm
control,
just
honey.
saying.
We're trying to get these people out. It's population control.
Exactly.
You in the White House. You got a small group we could check, and you're fine. Just stay. If you follow the pattern, you're not going to get it. But all these other people go back to work. Go back to work. Go back to work.
Yeah,
There's
get
people
y'all
going to
back
get.
out there and get y'all a job. Y'all better start
Y'all got to get back to work. Don't
right, like
you know?
slaves. You know what I
No,
mean?
we're going back
And
to work.
better
I
find.
don't know
All
work.
I'm telling you, and I'm not knocking anybody. So let's be clear about that. All I'm saying to you is definitely get you some other hustles, get you some other, or find jobs from home so you don't that you can
Absolutely.
definitely
Or,
maintain.
or you know what? You can even go to one of these sites that help you make little masks. You could design them and start selling you little masks. Masks are hot right now. If you can get a good price on them, put your
I'm
little,
trying to. I don't sew, but
yeah. No,
I'm
you
trying.
no, you don't
I
even
know, but I don't mind. I would like to get masks with my logos on them,
all you gotta do is find a logo and put it on a mask that's cool. That's your
well,
mask.
but I haven't found a website that's reasonable. Most of
Right,
these,
right, right,
like,
right.
'cause it's
Yeah,
popular.
yeah, you gotta do your you really gotta do your you gotta do your research on that. But I'm just saying as an example, you know, 10 masks for such and such amount. You know what I'm saying? You can start
Yeah.
moving some things, especially if you have a nice channel, a lot of people. Matter of fact, I'm looking for some masks, different colors and things like that. Thin ones, I don't want them because I have a few masks, but it's too hot out here for that.
It
And,
is.
I need some nice, nice masks. And, you get some people like me, they want to buy a bunch, different colors for different outfits and different outings you got to go to. So, like even with you, I just ordered a few oils, and you get 100 people ordering a few things. I mean, plus the other businesses you're doing, you're gonna make money. You know,
I gotta get these masks. No, I would like to get me some nice masks that I can sell. I
yeah,
have masks. I have a lot of masks here, but it's not. I want logo masks. I want with
yeah,
different, sayings
nice,
like,
yeah,
you know, wholesale is what I'm trying to say. I have plenty of masks here. Now I got masks for myself personally. We got anybody that come into our home, or once our son gets here, he will have plenty of masks that he can use. We got plenty of masks that can be washed, and we got plenty of masks that you can throw away. We got
nice,
enough for them. We got gear. We got mask suits, the
yeah,
little suits that he
yeah,
can buy one for him. But that's another story. We have to have a conversation over here about that.
yeah. Cool, very cool. But
But
you're right, Dr. Bird. You have to have another hustle. Even my husband, he's retired, but he said, "Babe, when this is all done, I'm gonna start doing something else. I wanna, because he's a military man, and there's a
mm,
lot of avenues he can go to. And you have to. He sees me, he sees his wife working. I be doing my thing, and he's impressed. He'd be like, "Wow, we always say you're very resourceful, or he always tells his family, my wife she can do all kinds of things. She just transforming.
right, you can edit videos. I'm like, man, I try to edit me a video. I'm like, man, I edit too much out. I'm like, man, I'm not doing this. I'm
I
not
need
editing
yeah,
enough.
I need a new computer camera because like if you look at my last video, you could tell it's just getting. I got to get some new stuff, and then I need a new editing software. I need a new software that I can use and learn how to use it. And really, that's why when we doing our movie reviews, we could probably pop up a picture and show them little things and do get a little bit more into it. But yeah, but my husband, he's always very encouraging, and that's nice when somebody appreciates you. You know, you know who I was, huh, baby? Until you got married, you're like, wow, this lady is something else. 'Cause I told him first thing we did was, baby, I want to work another job. I'm like, what? I want to go see you once a week. Yeah, we're gonna get paid. We're gonna make me some money. And I like to always stay busy doing something. And when things happen, you gotta have a little something. And I want to do another. I think I'm gonna do another challenge. Let's save some money. Whether it's my husband started doing a challenge. He told me the other day. I said, "How much money? What?" He said, "Yeah, I've been saving. I haven't been." I thought like, "Wow, that's really good." You know what I'm saying? Because we have our account together when we pay our bills and stuff, and he has his own. I have my own. But he's always buying stuff. I see him. Sometimes I pick up on the groceries or gas or whatever. And I was like, "Wow, how you save?" He's really good. Like I'll go to the store and I'll spend. And he'll go to the store and he'll spend like not even as much as I did. He's just really good at what he buys. And I said, well, maybe you should just do the shopping, babe, because I guess because I don't have time to be sitting up there. Man, some men are just like, it's fine. I ain't paying that. So he'll go and get everything I need, but it'll be at a different. I don't know. He got a gift. I'm like, ooh, boom, put it in the cart, put it in the cart. A good steward. Is that what it's called, babe? You're a good steward. Right. Well, I have a grocery list for you. Yeah, yeah, you are good. I'll give you credit. I call it you cheap. You just thrifty, brother. You brother cheap.
I'm actually the cheap one. I'm the cheap one
Yeah.
between me and my husband. I was like, why would you get that kind? I'm like, shoot, because it was
All kind of all kinds of stuff. Oh, baby, we going shopping. He putting. I'm like, yeah. I bet you ain't gonna do that when you go shopping. Because he know when I go shopping, I don't care. I want what I want. I want what I want. I don't care if it's $20-something for a big slab of salmon. Put it in the cart. Oh, he'd be like, babe. I said, put it in the cart. He teach you what to be a good steward with God. Exactly. I know, babe, but you gotta remember too. There's some things. You're a king. I'm a queen. My cake is 20 something dollars. It's gonna be 20 something dollars. Give me that cake. Dude. He was like, "Babe, this is $20. Put it in the cart. We're gonna eat that." It was good too. We ended up getting another one. But I'm just saying, life is too short, and you gotta treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying throw your money away, because your sister saved, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna eat good. You're gonna enjoy yourself. Especially if you're not taking trips. Right now, ain't nobody traveling going away, right? Ain't nobody having no honeymoon. So look, we can afford to do certain things. Put
Exactly.
money out. So that's
True.
how I am. My husband's
Like
good. Yeah,
that cheaper line. I was getting a cheaper. I can make laundry detergent, but sometimes when I don't feel like making it, I will go and buy the cheapest laundry
yeah,
detergent. Just mix,
yeah, yeah,
put something in there when I need to. But I'm telling you, I'm not paying a whole bunch. Even on down to even on down to hair care products, I make my own. But
yeah.
what I have done was I bought some other hair care products from other people, right? From
Right.
and then but I will use those jars.
Oh,
I
right.
was like, cause I've used it up, and I use the same jars and use it to do my hair. You know what I mean? I use the same jars and the sprays and things like that. Cause I'm telling you, I have to. It's no way that I'm getting ready to keep buying another one and going to the store and keep on buying these different hair care products when I know
Right.
how to do it myself.
Exactly. That's true. That's true. Yeah, and you can even make it better. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's
In a
the
jar, and I use the same jar.
exactly.
That's what I really got the haircut, and that's crazy. And that's why I guess the amount that I paid for the jar. So I done spent $2 on the hair care product, and I just used that.
Yeah.
I just used the jar over and over and over.
Yeah. Why
I
not?
love
It's
it.
just for you. It's just for you. But I think I saved a lot just not having to work, because you know how much gas I was spending
Yeah.
going way over to all these different stores. I go to different stores, and man, sometimes I'd be way out there, huh, babe? And I know you was like, wow, you using all that gas, you know? Hey, Society, how you doing? She said, balling.
Balling, she jumped
Right.
on balling.
Because and I think it's a part as when you get older. When you start getting older, there's some things you want. Like there's just like
about 4 or 5 different places you got to go location. You got to go all over the place.
yeah, I was going to like 5, 6 different locations. My husband, where you at today? I'm way out here in Roseville, babe. Why are you out there today? Yeah. Yeah, why don't you pick closer to the house? So I was always that type of employee. I don't care where you put me. Just I like to travel because I can get better sales in different stores. But I noticed, man, I was spending a lot of money just on gas, going to all these different places. So you can find ways to cut money, whether it's in your hair products, food, um, you know, yeah, you just got to cut back, especially now. We don't know with this virus. Some of us may be called back to work. Like right now, they tried to call us back to work, but then the next week they said everybody we can't come back. So now, you know, if we all go back to work, we don't know for how long. It could be for 6 months. And you're right, Dr. Miller. We need to have a hustle on the side, because if they send you back home and then unemployment's going to take a while again, at least you have a little
I-
stack.
I'm telling you because I give an example. Like it's not even the virus right
Hey,
now here. Well, they're not cutting people off of work. What they do is make you wear a mask.
hey, look at this name. It's called Trump China virus. Will go away. Hey, Trump. Hey, Trump China virus will go away. Oh, I like
but,
that.
but one of the things that's happening now is that many people in Louisville, Kentucky, because they're having the protest situation that's going down here. A lot of people are getting called off work. They're telling them, "Hey, well, you don't
Right.
go to your job because the protests." So that's happening a lot. So it's not just that, but it's also people are protesting here heavily. So you being called off of work from that. So that's another thing is you have to also be mindful of making sure you save your money.
Yeah. Yeah. And um, like even you know, people that are doing Uber and driving jobs. I was talking to Night Random. He was doing great. He was delivering food, and he was making big money every week. Because a lot of people aren't doing that job, and he was out there just dropping off. I forgot what it was called, but he was making good money doing it. So you gotta guess who this is. Okay, Trump China virus will go away. I don't know who you
Who
are.
is that?
Who do you think that is, Dr. Amara?
I don't know.
Trump China virus will go away. Who are you, honey? I can't guess. I don't know, but I think it's hilarious.
It's still funny, nevertheless. Right,
It was funny because Trump kept calling it the China virus. And
he was called the. I mean, well, I mean, that's where people was getting it from first. I mean, I'm just saying.
yes, so sorry. I work outside of home, but I'm laid off on both my jobs. So now I'm home by force. Dr. Mira, she works in her business. She doesn't work from her home. She has her location she works at. Um, BB. Oh, what's up, BB? Good to see you. That was
I'm not letting
BITCH.
people in my business
BITCH
either.
girl. Dr. Mara, remember BITCH girl? She used to watch the movies with us.
Yeah, I remember. Hey.
Trump China virus. What's up? Good to see you.
I'm not letting anybody in my healing center anyway because I'm not taking no chances. And I
Right.
know a lot of times people will be all like they kind of laxical daisy about this situation, but I'm not. I'm still not.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No mask man. No mask man. She
These
met
things
some dude
over, man.
coming at her without no mask. You know, real men wear masks,
Right.
right? Mm. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I could do from home. I like because one thing about YouTube, I don't want to do YouTube full time. I don't care how much money I make. YouTube is very controlling of what they do with your money, when they can stop your monetization, when they can turn on what you can say, what you can't say. So this is nice, but I'm talking about knowing, like when I had my second job. That second job was cool. I got paid a lot every week because it was a temp agency, and they're putting money right in my account at the end of the week. Come Monday, boom, my money was in the account. So I was quickly able to just build, and just put that money away. And that might be a good route to go. A family is a temp agency. Go look at some of these temp agencies and see if they need some help, because right now everything is temporary as far as I'm concerned, because we don't know what's going on with this virus. So you might as well, if you have a job, you can even go to a temporary job and see if they have a night shift, swing shift available. So when you get off work in the day, there may be something you can do in the evening time for 4 hours. Whether it's doing something in the what do you call it, the warehouses, Amazon, or doing something on the telephone order, or maybe you can even start your own business. You can say, hey, look, I can answer your phone, forward it over to me, and I can take messages, whatever. You could start your own thing. Whatever you want to do. I personally don't want to have my own business anymore. I've done it so many times, and I'm good. I just want to work part time and spend time with my husband. That's what I want to do. Is work part time and hang out with my husband and enjoy life and maybe plan a trip.
Right. Plan some trips. S.
Yeah, I like to. Yeah, I've been to Hawaii. I've been to Jamaica. Um, I like to take my baby. He never. I don't even. Do you get seasick, baby? Can you go on a boat? You think you'll be okay on the boat? You get seasick? You be okay on the boat?
Yeah, boat, airplane.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll have to take you someplace. Take you.
I just don't like the train.
I might just say, baby, get your bags packed. I won't even tell you where we're going. You'll be like, what? Because, have you been on a boat cruise, Dr. Mel?
Yes, I have actually.
Yeah. So you know how nice it is? All you do
Mhm.
is pay for the alcohol, 3 meals a day. You get breakfast made. Man,
Mhm.
when I went to Jamaica, no, was it? No, Bahamas. Yeah. Matter of fact, that's where I got this cut when I went to the Bahamas. But let me tell you something about the Bahamas. Man, that place is beautiful. The people are beautiful. Man, the cruise was beautiful. If you guys ever go to the Bahamas, I don't know now since they have those problems over there, with the storms and stuff, but it's a beautiful island. Yeah, we went to Key West. We went to a couple of stops, but man, just hanging out in that climate, that beautiful. Oh, what you drinking, honey?
That's water.
Oh, I like that.
I'm showing everybody my cup though. I have this on sale. It's on my website.
That's cute. And what is that called?
It's a shot glass. It's a
What the
mule. It's a mule shot glass.
Yeah. Ronald said this is by biological germ warfare. This isn't a virus. All
Yep.
right. All right.
It's definitely it's definitely biological warfare. Oh, absolutely.
And you know why I would agree with my brother is because I have been thinking about this for some time from the beginning. I said, how is it this many people all over the world so quickly, because not everybody went to China, not everybody came out of China. But for things to move very quickly, this had to be put in the air
It was.
or
Right.
in the food, in the boxing, something. You know what I'm saying? And even when some people aren't going out, but they find themselves getting sick, it could be the mailman touching the mail, all this kinds of stuff, right? Going to the grocery store and we wipe down the cart and all this stuff, but you know somebody could be infected in there, right? But for it to move as quickly as it has and rapidly as it has, it cannot possibly have only come from Europe and China. It has to be almost like different people put in different places, and you know how you push a button at a certain time.
That's
You know,
why I said it's questionable. That's how I feel.
questionable.
That's why I said that. Why would you, after people that went over there and you already knew about it, because it's been on like social media for a long time? Because I knew about it before it had even hit here,
But
and I know a lot of other people knew about it. So
right,
why would you allow those people that was coming from over to China over here?
right. And how do we know that certain people were doing that to China and Korea all this time, and now it's just coming back to us?
Well, I tell you
You
because
know what I'm saying?
because
Because hold on, baby. What's the cheapest way to have a war? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is kill them off
Exactly.
with something biological, rather than having to get your guns
Exactly.
and your
Rather than shooting them down, go ahead and put stuff in the computer, put stuff that people use on a daily. You know what I mean? No,
yeah, that's what the military is doing right now with this climate control, right? I forgot what it was called, but when they
doing
shoot
that forever, right?
right, and it's causing earthquakes. It is causing things in the atmosphere because you're heating things up.
And they breaking down and they breaking the levees
It's
down,
called
like when they
HARP.
do in these
It's called
different
HARP. It's
New
called
Orleans,
HARP. If you look up HARP,
right?
if
The
you read
heart.
about it, the military is doing that, and
Yep,
they've been doing it for a few years now.
yep. And they breaking the levees to areas that have water problems, like
That,
New Orleans.
and what were you saying, baby? I'm
I
sorry. Go ahead.
got to say, it's the greed thing, money, for love
Oh
of money,
yeah,
for the love of money.
for the love of money,
Absolutely.
and that's why I can't stand those people in
So they don't
these
care.
parties.
Long as money come in, flowing in, they don't. They not gonna. They're gonna hide if left China did. They didn't. The spirit would
Yeah,
tell.
and they don't care. And
Because
what's the first thing they say? Well, the first thing they say, babe, is it's killing the black people the most. Because I think that's because that's their wish. As far as
Right, but it's not
right?
killing black
No,
people
no, no
most
matter what
by
goes
itself.
down, but Dr. Mary, no matter what goes down, why
They
is the
always
black
say
people
that.
always amplified?
You're right. I
I hate
agree.
that, and
And
that just
it's not killing black people. So that's why every time everybody goes into the hospital, they're like, Corona, Corona, Corona. And it's
right.
like, that is not all Corona. Some of
Same
that
with,
is just
same with
bad
well,
health.
yeah, same with welfare. More white people on welfare. I keep
It
telling
is. Because
you.
I used to
But
work
they always want to
for
use
the welfare
black people. They
system.
always want to
Mhm.
just point to black people. I'm not being racist because I'm not a racist person. I'm just saying what I see. Why does everything that goes wrong have to have a color behind it?
they point to the black.
We have a biological issue, whether they want to call it a virus or whatever. But the first thing they want to put a color on
They
it.
point to
Well,
black.
it's really killing the African Americans because of the bad health and the
They
overweight.
point
And
to they point to black and brown.
yeah, black and brown, right? And that's not. And the sad thing about it is you're putting it out there for a reason. You want to put that out in the universe for a reason, and then because that's what you're hoping. And then second of all, you got these people believing it. And I've told them when it first came out their mouth, no, it's not. It's wrong. I have people in my comments quit crying about the stimulus and the UR. You should have prepared for this. You've been on the welfare, and I'm thinking I've never had. I don't even have children. I've never been on the welfare. You know what I'm saying? You're
Now, how about what I
You
was
got into the
getting? I had my own business. I mean,
Yes,
I
you
had
did. I got
other
several
income. Some
businesses on
niggas
my
is not enough to wipe your butt
yeah.
with. You can't wipe your butt with two. What was it? For one child back in the day, it used to be 234 a month. What the heck you gonna do with that? You can't wipe your butt with that. You can't even get a pack of a roll of toilet paper. What the heck do you need? I was like, you had to have a hustle. You had to have a business.
And then I
How
had
about that? And then for that 234 a month, they want to know all your business. What's your bank account? You ain't getting my bank account. They want to
I think
know where
he's
your other child
somebody
at.
telling me, baby, take that money out of the bank. You know, I want them touching the money, let them know what you got in the
You don't
bank.
tell them where you know
Yeah.
what I mean. That ain't no their business. How about that? How about where your bank account at?
Right?
Don't leave them.
So Cyrus said, we need more, son.
Yeah, we do. Well, I got my handy dandy herbs, y'all, so I'm good on the sun. Vitamin D. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I gotta take my herbs. I gotta take my herbs. I gotta take my herbs.
We have to take your vitamins. I've been doing my vitamins. I've been doing my turmeric because of this. Because
That's
it helps.
one thing I had today. I had turmeric and I had my ginger.
Hey, do you have a big thing of turmeric, or do you have the pills?
No, I do the my
Oh, you
herb.
put the
I put it
real
in
good.
the powder
Oh,
form.
okay, good, good.
I do it in
Yeah.
the powder form because I sell it, so I just do it in powder form. You know what I don't sell though? I don't sell the ginger root. I have the
Okay.
ginger herb, but I don't sell the ginger root. But I keep the ginger root at home. I keep the herb at my healing center.
Yeah, because I was having a lot of pain, and my husband, he was helping me with the. He's so funny. He's like, "Well, how about getting the Epsom?" Because I forgot that you could warm up the Epsom salt with a rag and lay it on those areas. And
Mhm.
he was coming up with all kinds of remedies, and it was working. But I think what really kicked it off was that turmeric. I said, you know what? If my legs inflamed and it's bringing in that pain in the muscle, I just started just taking that powder. And I'm telling you, after about 2 days, it started traveling. That pain started moving out. It started shifting. And I'm telling you, that turmeric is powerful. Even when I had that breast cancer and then I had that tumor, I said,
What's
I'm
the anti? It's an anti-breast. You know, I mean, I'm not anti-breast, but it's anti-cancer.
right.
It
But
definitely helps with that.
when because I had big boobs, my boobs are so big, and even the doctor said there was no way you would find the cyst. And I remember when I found out that I had it, and I was going through all the cancer things. Someone was telling me you should take turmeric, so I would take the turmeric in a tea with some olive oil every morning, and it was nasty, but I was drinking it, and I started having a pain, you know, on that side where you know the cyst was. And when they did the surgery and everything, they said it actually shrunk. That turmeric was shrinking that cyst, that tumor. So I'm telling you guys, that turmeric is amazing what it can do, these natural products. And as soon as my legs started hurting, I said, you know what? I should be taking this turmeric. So I started just swallowing it down. I didn't even do the pills. I just did the powder. Take
I'm
like a scoop.
And when
Yes.
I go without my turmeric, y'all, I start feeling weird. But I'm telling you, I take a whole bunch of stuff per day. I promise you. I take turmeric, ginger root. I put it all in my smoothie. I take sour sop. You know, I didn't put my sour sop in my smoothie. That's what's missing. But I
Hey,
still,
what do you think about garlic?
I don't do arsenic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause
I don't really use it. I do have it. I do have it in my because it's good for blood pressure. You can take it immediately and it'll knock your blood pressure down. So I do have it for people, but I would not take that long term. I would just use that like if your blood pressure is really high, go that take the pop pill and take it
Right,
real quick. But I would have it in my medicine cabinet, but I wouldn't really take it, and I
right.
wouldn't use it on my food a lot.
Yeah, Cesar says, I had a friend that was told she had a mass on her liver. She started taking raw garlic every morning and it went away. You see that? This
Yeah, I
natural,
don't use garlic.
and how much did that cost? So they want you to spend $50,000 on this radiation stuff.
But I
You
do have garlic though. I do
Yeah, but
sell it.
see, it's so important to know this natural. You know what's so cool? I'm telling you, if you're tapped in, when you start feeling sick, your body tells you what you need.
Yeah, I do.
Because I remember when I thought it probably was a coronavirus. Remember that time I got really sick? Oh man, I was so sick. And I was told, go get you some of that garlic and put it in your tea. And I started, and I didn't have any garlic, so I used it was like already cut up garlic for like your seasons. And I used that. And I'm telling you, I had 2 cups of that. I woke up and it broke the fever. And I'm telling you, I felt perfect after that. But see, if I didn't do that, and I would have just went through the motions, I'd have been sick. And I mean, it would've been, you know how you feel weak, and then you go to the doctor, and it goes on and on and on. But these natural remedies, when you know what you got to do, or if you're linked in, boom, you know, your body knows what you need. Just like when you're thirsty, and you got to get you something to drink, some water, or whatever. Your body will tell you whenever you're sick. Oh, it was those peanuts. I shouldn't have ate those peanuts. You know. Your body will tell you. It's a memory. Go drink this. And it may sound weird, like pickle juice or something. Just do it. And you'll find yourself, you'll start saying, well, I know what my body needs. So turmeric for me is one of those things my body will heed to. You put that in my body, it starts killing stuff. Things start shrinking up. Things, bacteria and all that kind of nonsense that's not supposed to be there, it's going to start kicking that stuff out. So you got to find out what's good for your body. What works for you, and you'll know because you'll feel good. You start getting that energy. You're able to lose weight when you couldn't lose weight. You're able to walk when you couldn't walk. You have that energy. You start doing things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't feel that sluggish. You know what I'm talking about when you start feeling sluggish and like, I don't want to do nothing. All that gets kicked away when you are at your natural state. So you want to take this natural stuff. Yeah, the body does know. And Ronald says that Dr. Miraquili, just go to your website. Yeah, yeah, definitely check out her website. Like I said, I ordered a couple of. Here, baby, try these orders. I just ordered this from Dr. Amira, and let me know which one you like. Actually, smell those three and tell me which one you think smells the best, and I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, it's kind of be interesting what your nose likes. My husband always buys me different perfumes, and I notice when you look at the notes of the perfume, he likes like vanilla notes, gardenia. He likes different smells like that. If I wear something like that, he's ooh, he likes it. So if your husband buys you something or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and you really don't care for it, just keep it because they like it. You know what I'm saying? Put it on for them. And find out what the notes are in those fragrances so that way you can buy something similar. So I was doing that. I was buying things similar to what he liked. And every time they'll say, "Oh, babe, I like that. What you got?" I say, "I know because you like those fragrances, those notes in the fragrance." So, out of all three, what bottle did you like the most? Let me see which one you like. But yeah, definitely get those perfume oils because right now,
They're better for you. They're healthier for you than them sprays. Those sprays are not really good for you.
yeah, you come over here, Trump China virus will go away. We're over here on Dr. Amira's channel. That way we can see you in the chat over here. I just go live on there, so if anybody comes, they can donate.
Listen, that is fine. I mean, come on,
I,
I don't trip
I
like
was I was sick one time, and my body told me to drink salt water. Wow, started feeling better in an hour, but I don't know what it did. See, and isn't that amazing? And just say thank you. Just say thank you, Lord. Thank you, because once you start responding, so you like that one the best. Let me tell you what that one is. This is called Angel. This is called Angel. Yeah, you like Angel. And your wife's name Angel. Look at you. Hey. Yeah, this smell. I'll put some on, baby.
That's unisex.
Is it unisex? It could be. Try it on your chemistry.
your chemistry. It depends on your chemistry. Can
Yeah.
pretty much go with anything, even if you wear certain types of oils.
But yeah, put some on you, baby, see if you like it.
Like I've worn men
If you
cologne
like it,
oil before, and it was my husband's stuff because I didn't have my stuff, and I just dabbed just a tad bit on, and with my body chemistry, it smelled like women's oil. He's like, "You got the same oil?" Yes, I do. You know what I mean? It depends on your chemistry, your
yeah,
body chemistry.
yeah. See how that smells, baby. If you like it, keep it. Put that with your regular. You got quite a few oils, and you're not wearing those other oils. Why aren't you wearing those ones? Those smell good. Remember those ones Leanne gave me, and they were men's.
I forgot my head now.
Yeah, you forgot. But that one you don't want to smells really
And
good.
that 50 cent oil smells really good.
Yeah, we'll keep that one. Let me smell. Let me see, let me see. Ooh, baby. Y'all better go to Dr. Amir and order. It'll pep up your sex life. Yeah, baby, put that with your
That
oils.
goes good with my chemistry.
That goes really good with your chemistry. Yeah, that smells nice. But he have a nice chemistry. Cause me, my my chemistry is a trap. I could put something on and then it'd be gone. It just, I
What
just
you do, sister Asia?
nothing.
You put it on and what it do?
It just be, I'm out of here, lady. But if I
Oh,
put
I
like,
gotta go to the restroom. I've been holding it for some time. So give me a second. You go ahead and keep
okay,
talking.
okay, cool. But if I put like Egyptian musk on or Jupe for men or uh, what was the one you bought me? The one that one smells really good. And there's a couple that you bought me. Good Girl, I think Good Girl. That one smells really nice. Those ones smell good. But yeah, sometimes I put stuff on me. It doesn't want to stay. It just goes. I'm like, what the heck? I don't smell it anymore.
This is my favorite one
Yeah, baby, that smells good on you. Yeah, keep that one. I'll order some more. But yeah, you definitely should go to Dr. Amira and get the. And one of my favorites is Egyptian musk. I love Egyptian musk all day long, every day, all day. That one always smells good. I always put them on my legs, my feet, and when I go out with my shorts on, or you know what I'm saying, you start sweating, and it just comes out like of your pores, of right in these areas, those touch points that you sweat, or as what do they call it, aspire, what have you.
here.
Hmm.
When you come out your pores.
Yeah, you come out your pores. It smells so nice. It really does. And especially when you get out the shower. A lot of times I get a lot of the Bath and Body sprays, and I'll take me a nice hot shower. My husband's always like, "Oh my God, it smells so good," because it just when your body's warmed up, it smells great. So check out her website. It's free shipping. You can get a couple. And Cyrus says I like to get the body oils from the flea market. I was killing the Egyptian musk oil. Yeah, the Egyptian oil is amazing. Yeah, Ronald. I'm telling you, every time we review a movie, I always tell people go to Dr. Amira's website. A lot of natural products, things that you can use, especially if you're trying to cleanse. Because I know some females, especially, have to make sure that their body's clean because we go through our cycles and things like that. And sometimes the things that they sell in the stores can make you smell. Even certain deodorants you put on can make you smell. You have to find what's good for your chemistry. Certain things that your body, you can't just put out a deodorant that's good for everybody. Some things it's not going to be good for everybody. So, when you know somebody that is a chemist or somebody that, yeah, exactly, but that goes with your body chemistry. When you know somebody that knows, you know, how to do, the the perfumes and things like that, and people that know natural products, they can tell you, hey, when you clean, don't put vinegar or don't put hot water. You should use this. I always tell people your diet is very important. Eating your fruits. You know what I'm saying? Your vegetables and what you eat also can make you smell a certain kind of way. So sometimes people take medicines if you're taking sports drinks or some of these uh, you know uh, smoothies. People put a lot of vitamins in these smoothies, and sometimes it can cause you to have a smell. So you have to make sure that you have the right type of cleansing things. And like I tell, like even my sisters, when you clean your body, especially the flower area, you really should trim the hairs. Because everybody has hair down there, and using the restroom, especially women, every day and stuff like that, several times a day, you can get debris on your hairs down there, and it can hold a smell. So you have to trim those things, those areas, your flower, and when you cleanse, there's certain products you want to use to cleanse yourself, so you will smell good. You know what I'm saying? So we're people, we're human beings. We sweat, we do things throughout the day, and you want to keep yourself fresh and clean. And a lot of times, knowing someone that knows natural products can help you. Especially we talked about the libido earlier. sometimes men and women, not just men, but the women, they don't have the drive. They just don't have it, and it messes up the relationship. I'm sorry. Go ahead, honey.
Yeah, I was gonna say for the people that have ordered today, I will get your product out between today or tomorrow. I usually do 2 to 3 days. I don't like I used to do like a week, but I was like, nah. So and then what I also do is I provide you with the tracking information so you'll
Yeah,
have it. Angel tell you. I shoot it
yeah,
right to your
yeah,
email.
yeah. I got it real fast. This time I got it pretty fast, even though you said it was going to take a couple of days. It didn't seem like that long,
No,
but
I didn't take that long. I think I went the next day. So between because I have a couple appointments tomorrow. So I have to go do those appointments. So I don't know how long it's going to take with those appointments, but I will start preparing the order tomorrow. So
right.
I will just ship it off between the tomorrow and the next either tomorrow or Friday. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. So
Tomorrow's
between Thursday and Friday. So you should be receiving a tracking information and everything. So
nice.
don't trip.
Yeah, very
If you
nice.
have any questions, y'all can, hit me up on that area where it says chat or
Yeah, and
whatever.
it's free. And it's free shipping. So that's amazing. I mean, come on, that's nice when you get free shipping. You can just order what you want, pay the price, and then it comes in a few days, a week, whatever, depending on where you live. And I mean, like right now, I'm smelling so good. I had my incense burning earlier, and my house smells nice. And it's just nice because we're home, and especially even when I was single, I smell good. I like
Me too. I love smelling good.
I just like smells. I like smells. And I think as people we really do like to smell good. And what a better way in the summertime is to have oils. And I'm telling you, if you're looking for somebody, and if you look at my last video I have, it talks about what is one way you can attract attention without saying a word, and that is perfume oil. They have a beautiful fragrance. I don't know how many times I would walk by somebody and they would always say, "Excuse me, ma'am, what do you have on?" And I always would have to think because I don't know if it was my hair because I like things that smell good. Sometimes I put a gel in my hair or a lotion. Sometimes I'll leave the car and put some lotion on my hands because they're ashy. So I always have to think, what does it smell like? Is it this? We got to figure it all out. But at the end of the day, it's like, oh yeah, yeah,
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, the 9 times it was always the oil. It was always the oil. Like I said, I would go to the dollar store and just get unscented, lotion, and I would just put a little bit of the, Egyptian musk, and I have it on my skin, and also the oil, and it would last throughout the whole day. And people would always say, "Wow, you smell great," and I said, "Thank you," And it was always oil, and oil was not expensive. I would spend like that last perfume you bought me. That was like $107 on sale. He went and bought me this. I think it's called the One or something by Dolce Gabbana, and it smells really good.
Right.
So I saw that receipt, and I was like, "Yeah, babe, He was like, "Well, he don't care. He knows I love fragrances, but the oils, a couple bucks, right? Just
Yeah.
a couple dollars, and you get the same effect."
Right. And I'm definitely getting ready to get some more oils, but right now I'm trying to try these
Yeah,
particular oils out first.
yeah,
And once those push, I'm gonna get some more. I'm gonna invest
yeah.
in some more. I
You
have some
definitely.
more. I actually have some more coming now while I'm talking.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, let me know when they're up. Because I like that new one. Did you smell that sweet one? It's called Black Sugar.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one was
Yeah, I
sweet.
like that one. It
But see,
smells.
me and my husband, we like a lot of the same. 'Cause remember I told you I like Angel? Which way you like Angel? I like this one, Me and him have a lot of stuff in common we like. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. So yeah, so definitely, yeah, when you get the new oils, let us know. Maybe the next time we do our next movie review. Well, Friday we'll be doing it. Have you seen the movie? It's called. That's the one I want to do a review on. It's called Self Made.
No, but I can watch it. Is it
Okay,
on Netflix?
okay, yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. That's the one we're gonna do on Friday.
Okay, cool. I got it. I'll watch it. Okay, no
Let me
problem. I
make,
got you.
let me just make sure that's the right. And I guarantee, and I tell you, it's gonna be worth it. You're gonna enjoy it. Self, it's self made. Let me make sure. That's the name of it.
But does anybody else want to put a movie in here for us to review on my channel next time, because we already have one for Sister Angel's channel.
Okay,
So yeah, certainly
self
put it in there.
self-made is inspired by the life of Madam CJ.
Okay,
Okay,
self-made. Okay, no, I have not seen that.
Netflix.
Okay, all right, got it.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's good. It's a short series. It probably has about 3 or 4 parts, so you might want to start watching
That's
it.
cool.
I enjoy it. I watched the whole thing here, and I
I
really
could binge watch it. Just
it
no
has
problem.
Blair Underwood plays the husband.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's
And I
gonna
like
be
Frank Underwood.
it's gonna be a good conversation we can have on that. We can go all kinds of ways on that. You know, from the hater to struggling trying to make it. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, so I guess we could wrap this up.
Oh yeah.
Or did you have anything else you want to share?
No, that's it right now.
Hmm. So what would you rate the movie? Um,
I would say 10. If it was 1 out of 10, I would say 10.
all right, and you know what? I agree.
But we usually do 1 through 5, so 5. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if we had to give it from 1 to 5, I would give it a 5 too. My husband, you watched with me the How to Kill the Irishman, Kill the Irishman.
I call it How to Kill a Irishman. It's the Irishman. I mean,
Yeah,
whatever.
with
Y'all
David
know
Green,
Irishman.
blowing up his car and all that. Yeah, we reviewed that movie, but he watched it with me. We both enjoyed it. But you're definitely gonna like the next one. Please come back Friday. Friday will be on my channel, same time, 2 o'clock. We'll be talking about self-made. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be another great review. But yeah, we both would give this particular movie, you know, Kill the Irishman and How to Kill It a 5. And because the movie has action, great mob movie. It's a true story, never boring, keeps it moving. And I mean, what did you think, Dr. Mira, on why you give it a 5?
I gave it a 5 because of the fact that I love mafia films, and I'm a connoisseur of mafia films.
She loves mafia.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. I really had fun. It made me laugh, and I felt sad doing certain parts, and I really never feel sad doing mafia film because it's like that's the life you live. Die by gun, live by gun, whatever. But I really felt sad at the very end because I was like, oh, and then I was like, and I was just like, okay. But it was excellent. It was excellent day. I really enjoyed myself. I've watched it over and over and over before, so that's one of my go-tos when I feel like watching a little mafia flick in the Irish department.
That's right. But we want to thank Ronald and Peanut Nola who stopped in, and Socier, and just quite a few people just dropped in just to say hi and show some love. And they do it week
Trump,
after week.
China
Even-
virus, Ronald.
Yeah, right. And yeah,
Purple came in for a minute. I want to thank her as well.
And this-
Everybody came in. If I miss your name, please come back. Don't be mad at me. Just make sure you say, "Hey, you forgot to name me off next time," and I'll make sure we name you off.
yeah. Because to be honest, I just enjoy talking to you. When I come to talk with you about the movie and what we thought, it's just like being at your friend's house, kicking back,
Right.
having a drink, and just shooting, talking about today's what's going on. We talk about the movie, and then you talk about your business, and it's a nice flow. This is a great place to come just to hang out. Lunchtime at 2 o'clock on Wednesdays and Fridays, just to come and sit in and just talk. And talk about the movie. Right now, a lot of us are inside. And now's the time to catch up on some things you couldn't do when you were slaving out there on the plantation. They call it a job. I call it the plantation. Whether you get paid or not, because you're not getting paid what you should. And Donald says, "You're welcome and thank you. Great show." Well, thank you, Ronald.
Well, thank you, Ronald. Ronald always been coming. Ronald been coming regularly.
And thank you again, Trump. China virus will go away. I believe that.
I don't feel like saying we'll go away, but we probably do need to say we'll go away because that really needs to go away. How about that? Anyway. But yeah, thank you so much for coming to party with us. Sister Angel husband also was one of our also co-hosts. Yeah. So we want to thank him as well. So give him some shout out because he was also a part of the program. So thank you, Brother Angel, Brother Jackson.
Yeah, me and Brother Jackson.
I like Leo. My husband's Leo. So
since he put that oil on, Brother Jackson got some business in there.
Right, that's right. He's like, look at me, I'm
Get that there,
smelling.
put a little spice over here.
Right, trying to get a little spice. He gonna be like, look, you got to stop hanging out with her because you getting these oils and you make I gotta work.
Yeah, he does. And he had to go back to the gym fooling with me, huh, babe? You too much, you too much, you too much. Yeah, baby. I know this.
I might be Joe with hairy legs.
It might be Joe with hairy legs. All right, well that's okay. That could be your next name when you come on. Right. Hairy Joe in the house. Hairy Joe didn't catch the coronavirus.
I with y'all today. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed day, evening. Keep it tight, keep it right. Thank you. Y'all know I'm a weirdo, so keep being weird with your weird selves. All right, where's the hang up thing at here? Am I on the right